Appreciate you coming in.
Oh yeah.
Destroyer puts on one hell of a show, so that's always.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to have the internet too to be able to get back and see some of these shows. I've had it for about a week and a half now,
Nice.
and it's nice. The streaming's really
Yeah,
good.
I try to make sure I catch Destroyer show when I can.
Yeah, I'm just talking to dudes with wrenches here. Dudes with wrenches is dude. He might actually have some wrenches for work in his hand and might not be able to make it.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell him to call in if he can on the drive. I can't type and talk at the same time. Maybe you didn't figure that out until just now.
I did just figure that out. And happy birthday to you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some chats here. What's going on, Fox and Fit? Oh, we got lube. Okay, yep, we're gonna need some of that. Justin, thank you. Shell, thank you. Rich in the house. Rich is ready to party. We got a little,
Nice.
Cranberry and something going on here.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta
it's
get down there and
Tuesday.
visit you soon.
Yeah, you have to get out here, man. Take you out in the hills with the new toy. I've been ripping that thing everywhere. The videos are just now starting to hit for it too. Actually come out because everything's. My timeline is getting a lot further or a lot closer together from where it was. From when I was filming to when I was.
Is it?
Oh yeah, no, I only have videos edited up until the end of the month,
Oh wow,
and
you're gonna run out
that'll
of
get
content.
us almost to the end of summer. So about a month and a half, 2 months behind is where I'm at right now.
Nice.
Oh, what do you got going on? Oh, this guy in the house, T6 Tarek. How you doing, brother? He's up there in Portland. Well, listen, he gave me $10. Now I can go get a new one.
Yeah, there you go.
You got money? Get your own couch. Stupid fast truck looking. Hey, wow, that doesn't look like a stupid fast truck in that little picture right there, does it? That looks like a stupid fast car.
It does look like that, but you
Yeah.
might have converted it to a ranchero style.
Rancheros. Oh, now you're talking about something.
El Camino, something like that,
Don't. Oh, you cheated on at trivia. Is this what I hear?
Well, that's what everyone thinks. You still sore about that? Come on, get over it. Get over it, man.
Everyone's saying hi. Tim, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Destroyer. Oh, thank you, brother. Tonight's show, amazing. I'm bummed I've missed it a bunch. I've had to wait until I get into town where my cell phone reception is better to watch things. It's a living out in the middle of nowhere is amazing, and I love it. Except for the lack of internet. You know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah, I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. It's
Dano,
even
what's
worse
up,
'cause
boys?
I'm in
Everyone,
Canada.
welcome to the party. Yeah, well, so have you gotten the Earthlink Skynet
No,
computers?
I've been on what's it called ExploreNet for
Oh,
years now. It's pretty
oh,
good. It's not
I haven't
bad,
even
but
heard of that.
I can only get on up to I don't know like 25 gigs. That's it.
This thing, just messing around during peak time, like now, I pull anywhere from 40 to 80 easily, and then this guy in the house, Mr. Blurred Background himself, 815. What's up,
Oh,
brother?
hey,
Hey, nothing. We're just talking about how awesome the old Skynet is,
yeah.
and
And the ban has been lifted, and you're allowed to show your face again, eh?
yeah, basically. Well, I had to grow all this out and get more
Yeah,
homeless looking before I could get back in here.
yeah.
Everyone's saying hi.
Hey, Iowa came prepared this time.
You did. And if Dudes does get in here, it will be an all bearded panel. Did Cletus? I don't remember. Cletus had some beard going the other night when he was on, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he had a little bit.
A little bit. It wasn't like the
Well,
beard he had when we built the car, but I mean, it was
Well,
respectable beardable.
well,
we just
when he
didn't have
started
beard
and
when we
when we
built the car.
finished, yeah, I was gonna say it changed
Oh
drastically in
wow,
those 5 days.
it really did. Yeah. Damn,
It
Justin,
did,
that's
yeah.
a bunch of work, brother. So I have cell service in different spots, but the weather seems to mess with it. Like when it fogs in, it almost gets worse. So the tower is, I know where my tower is. It's over there. Well, it's that way. And if I get in certain spots, like if I get closer against that side of the mountain, valley, whatever, it gets worse. It's actually better this way, but the anomalies in a valley set up for cell phones is crazy. Dudes was telling me. This is where, if Dudes was here, he would tell us and learn us about geographic anomalies, I believe is what he calls
There
it.
you go. There you go. That or it truly is Skynet. It's messing with you.
Oh, damn. Hell yeah. I'm always down for a booster. I have one for a Wi-Fi booster that makes me do a cell tower for my Wi-Fi. But, I mean, in this place where I have Skynet, I can't really use that. That's what I've done in other places before where I had, like, real internet where you're hooked up to the world.
That's probably about accurate.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, that's one thing I have noticed with writing. The beard really helps. I mean, it does a.
Yep.
The
Well,
thing I have,
it's that time of year, right, for me. So,
yeah, well, it's getting that way a little bit down here. The thing I will tell you is that I've found is that when it gets really dewy or like moist in the air, the beard collects, and all of a sudden I do something. I'm like, oh wow, that's wet. Like, what happened here?
Oh yeah, I go out and shovel, and when I come back
Bill
in,
Beckett, what's up?
there's
Yes.
just water and ice and snow gathered all up.
mine camouflage is in. You can't tell.
Oh, I bet Tarek has got it. Well, I know I've seen a couple of yours. You were doing a power room the other day. It looked about what I would expect. With last time I saw you with a long one. Jason's Garage, what's up, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Bill, Dan, everyone's saying hi. Yeah, I'll hit you up on Instagram at some point, brother. And I think I'm caught up on the chat for 5 minutes. This will be the 5 seconds that I'm caught up, and that'll be it. So, how was your guys' weekend? What'd y'all get into?
Oh, not much. I've been kind of taking a break, actually. I guess I should have done it years ago, or not years ago, but a while ago, because my channel's growing again. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, the more I've found out from the little bit I get from Dudes' thing doing it, what it's doing, and a little bit of mine is that there's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
No.
I don't believe in the. He does have a beard. Yep, we're bearding it all the way.
Oh, we're a beard panel today.
I wouldn't have a beard.
Well, I couldn't remember. It wasn't like it wasn't mountain man beard, and it wasn't like the beard you had. Like I was saying when we did the swap.
Oh
So
no, yeah, I cut it off about 3 weeks ago. Now cut it all the way off because I messed it up trying to trim it.
yeah.
Look at you. You got those glasses that make you look all dapper and respectable now.
He does.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, I got
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else on some kind of chemical or something on the other ones, and they wouldn't come clean, so I just switched to these. They're my backup.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so I started posting a bunch of shorts leading up to PRI, and I posted like 3 of them Sunday night, and all 3 of those took off.
Nice.
So then Monday night I posted another one, it hit, and then this morning I posted another one. So in the 48 hours I
What's
had
hitting?
16. Well, for me,
Yeah.
only-
It's a very relative term. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because Dudes and I have this conversation all the time, and I talk about hitting and what mine hit for and what Dudes hit for are two
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
So what are you getting a hit at?
2 to 5K.
Yeah, that's a hit for me. That's what I consider a hit
For me, anything over 1,000 is good. Now
Yeah.
it's
Where I'm
good.
actually-
Like
yeah.
Well, I
Good
thin the
hitting.
channel
anything over
at
2,000. Yeah.
I thin the channel if it hasn't hit 2,000 views in 2 months. Those go away. And then I've told you guys since day one, I recycle everything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now because PRI's coming. I'm going back through all the stuff that I posted 1 year
Yep.
ago, and I'm just adding like a countdown. So every day
and
I say
if you're doing
25 days.
content like we are, you can. And now the ones that don't hit, dude, I recycle the ones that do hit. The algorithm in shorts does not care.
Right.
It's and the majority of people that come in from shorts probably don't ever watch anything. If you're in the chat tonight from that, I would love to hear from you. But I don't think that there's many that you know what I mean. I just don't.
A15 needs to get glasses too.
I was gonna say something.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
some.
I started following your channel because of shorts, Wasted.
Yeah, well, I know that's how I got you. Yeah, you and your cousin.
That's right. That's right.
But I think I gained about
James is
20 20 something subscribers just over the weekend then from those
Nice.
5-ish videos, shorts.
Who disconnected? Did we lose Mongols?
Canadian.
Yep.
Okay, what is... I can't type and talk, so...
So-
guess-
I've got an offer on the, I put the Volvo up for sale for a stupid amount of number just to kind of share it.
Yeah.
And put the YouTube link out there and everything.
yeah.
I've got a couple
Something
subscribers
like-
on it actually, but
Nice.
anyway, I got an offer that I'm
Oh.
considering. So,
A real offer?
well, it's somebody wants to trade me a 2008 Corvette.
Okay, what's wrong with the Corvette?
Nothing apparently, and it has some
I-
upgrades and stuff.
Listen.
Seen it. I know.
I obviously think that I do some of the best work I know, and I'm sure Eric does the same. But I don't think any of the work we did is worth an 08 Corvette in good condition.
It's
Correct.
supposed to have 112,000 miles on it.
That's not bad. I'm not seeing the reason yet.
I don't know yet. He's supposed to be getting me pictures and information, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll consider it."
Well, listen, we don't talk about my OnlyFans account here, Tarek. I mean, come on. The pedal pumping and whatnot. I still, man, after that story, it was just like, I'd never heard of that before until this dude is telling us about this. I was like, this is what kind of thing I'm getting into. Okay, all right, this is the stuff that happens, apparently.
I don't get fans like that.
I have yet to get a fan that has asked that kind of question, yes.
Yeah, most fans tell me they don't want to see stuff. They're like, "Nah,
Yeah, stop.
don't do that. Don't do that."
I get the ones, especially with these shorts, that are like super judgy on what content should be. You know, like, oh, that was clickbait. I'm like, because I asked you, I said, wait till the end, and the end was the tree hitting the ground and doing the thing. How is that clickbait? It's literally, well,
They waited till the end and something happened.
Some of
but they're like,
it's gonna be.
but the thing was, it wasn't enough. Apparently, that was the deal. It wasn't exciting enough.
Oh, Justin says an 08 Corvette goes for 15 at 145 miles. Okay, well, I think I got the
sorry.
Volvo listed at like 16, so that's probably why they. I don't know.
Okay, well, listen, if you can make that trade, I wouldn't be mad at you at all.
Right.
Wow.
If you
That's
can make that trade, and that trade is in a good enough condition to do something with, hell
Sure.
yeah, because you're trading up at
Oh,
that
of course.
point.
I'd never trade down. I mean, and if so,
Well,
I was
yeah.
going to sell it, it would still even have to be a certain amount of money. I mean, it could sit there and rot before I'd sell it for cheap. So,
Oh yeah, well that's what I was saying. If it was going to be something really cheap, I would have to scumbag Eric into going down there and buying it from you. Because you know what you need in your life is a
Is what?
slammed Volvo wagon to go with your fleet.
Right. Just one more.
and it's only slammed right this second because the struts broke.
I get that, but after seeing it slammed like that, okay, so it's a little wonky because the front's slammed and the rear's up because of the big ass shocks we put in it. But the front end being slammed like that looks kind of
Oh,
fucking
I
cool.
like it. I like the look.
It's impractical,
I want the
obviously.
airbag to set it
Yes, you
down.
need to be able to take it up and do, but I think coming in and laying that son of a bitch out like that is the look we were thinking going forward. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
And it-
pushing for.
And you know what? It does drive like a 1960s Ford F100.
So Mongo's got
This is
to
it.
drive it and ride in it.
Bro, here it is right here. Season
Yeah.
2 Volverall.
Overall.
All right.
Oh, dude, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like-
I like that.
sorry-
If we get together
sorry.
and have to build something again, we should call it overhaul.
Yeah, that's
We'd have to build
sorry,
another
Fox.
Volvo, though, wouldn't we?
We're stealing that. Oh no, you can't sell it now. Now we have to fix it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not that far from fixing. We fixed most.
It really
things.
isn't.
We
Yeah.
already fixed the seats. We already got the computer dialed in. I mean, it runs.
Yeah, it's time to pull the 6.0 out now and drop in a 7.0.
Well,
that
when you
what's-
say
that
you
what
fix
we're
the
doing?
seats, I do have a note about that. They work well for me. For you and Wasted, I don't know if they would work that well.
Oh, the
You
seats that
look
we
like
put in there.
Donkey, yeah, you look like Donkey Kong driving that thing, man.
They're much better than the original ones.
Oh,
Now,
it didn't
I just
take
have to squat
any.
my head a little bit or stick my head out the sunroof. Before I was like this.
Oh, you were like an ape hanger
Well,
on the steering wheel.
I was having to shrug my neck down to drive.
200K. Whoa. Dude, listen, I'm telling you, it's wild what things go for. So I've
So
kind of
I
left. Oh, God.
I just found a '08 Sierra, or no, 13. It was a 2013, so it's the same body style as my truck. Sierra it was listed for 3,500. Says a mouse got into the wiring harness. They said that they'd let it go for $2,000, and I'm like so
Bro.
torn. It's got 140 something thousand
That's
miles.
so, bro. Is it extended cab or anything?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, buy that.
tailgate's rusted out, and there's a little bit of rust on the bed. But yeah,
Well,
you got to remember
if the
up here.
yeah, if the tailgate's rusted, that means there's rust in other places.
Yeah, but any truck you get up here is gonna be rusty. So
True,
at
but that truck
$2,000,
is going to need brake lines all the way around. I guarantee it. Unless you're lucky and it's already been done.
yeah. I mean, mine's an '07, and it's got 220,000 miles on it, and it's
You still got
starting
the
to
original
rust.
brake lines?
Yep.
I don't know. We get
Rockers
a
are
lot of
gone.
rusty vehicles here
Rockers,
too, and the bodies rust out, but the underside, like the mechanical's usually okay.
Well, we had the Suburban we got on the channel and the Cadillac I had on the channel, the Escalade. And the Suburban, the lines were done on that one, but we stole the brake lines out of the Cadillac, which was like an '03. So those ones were still good. And it was the exact same ones. So I mean, I don't know why one was out of Pittsburgh, one was out of Maryland. I don't understand exactly why they were like that, but totally rotted out. And then we had another truck that we did that was a 2500, and they were rotted out on that one too.
Yep. Up here, you just accept that it's gonna rust, and you don't try to fix it.
That's
You drive it out until it rusts to the point where something's bad, and then you just get rid of it.
Oh man,
That's why you just LS swap everything.
yeah.
Right.
We
I
don't
just
really
I
have
drive
rust
it until the
a
body
lot,
rusts,
okay.
and then I pull the LS out and stick it in something else.
Well, that's the way to do it.
That
I
is-
just bought a
What's up,
2005
Brandon?
Silverado
I know 5.
Silverado?
Yeah. crew cab,
Really?
2-wheel
Okay.
drive.
Really?
Nice.
But I paid $5,000 for it. I've never paid that much for a older truck. So
So the most I've personally ever paid for a vehicle is $7,500, and that's in the 20 some years I've been buying cars. $7,500, the most I ever spent on one
On
vehicle.
any car.
On any car.
really,
Yeah.
Most I ever spent on any one car is about 50,000.
nah, 21,000 is the most I ever spent.
And this '07 Silverado I got is the newest thing that I've owned. Now my wife, she does leasing.
Oh, we're
for
not including
Kia.
my wife. Then yeah, no,
Right.
I haven't spent that much either.
Right, just me.
Okay. Are we talking about money we've dumped into a car after we've purchased
No.
it, like total
No,
cash?
No,
Because I feel like it might be a little further up
Yeah.
on some of those if you're gonna go there.
Yes, definitely.
See, I keep my cars for a very long time, but I do buy nice cars. So like my Sierra and my Yukon are both 1-year-olds that I bought. So I basically washed the depreciation, and then I'm just keeping them forever
Yeah.
until the motors come out to go.
Is the
into other
Yukon a
things.
Denali as well?
Yeah, you know it is. Yeah, that thing. I love that truck, but that's her truck, so I don't get to play with it all the time. And when I
you
do,
got
I'm
a
like,
Denali too.
I do, but they are not created the same. My Denali is you have to put a trailer behind it that weighs a good bit for that thing to feel even a quarter as smooth and good as her Yukon does. Mine is a truck, and as far as like trucks that are made to haul goosenecks and do shit like that, it is one of the finest riding and smoothest and does all the, that's all very nice. But at the end of the day, it's still a truck that's supposed to have, 30,000 pounds behind it. And when it
You
doesn't,
get one of them Mavericks.
I've seen some Maverick stuff, and did you guys see? Speaking of Ford, I really wanted to make the video like you did. Did you see any of the shorts this week from my channel?
I haven't been on YouTube at all, so I'm gonna say
I have a short that is a Ford. I don't even remember what the hell it is. That has It's in the lake. The story is they got too close and slid down into this. I got to see if I got a way to pull. How would I pull
Oh
that
boy, that
up
would
on
suck.
here?
Talk about having a bad day.
So we show up to this lake that is in literally the middle of nowhere. We backtrack wood, mountain, hills, snow, all this crap to get back there, and then it's a little park. There's an outhouse that's maintained by the state, and it's a little fishing area. They stock the fishing pond. It's in the middle
It's
of
a real
nowhere.
outhouse.
It's a real outhouse. Yeah, no, it's just a hole that goes. Yeah, no, it's a thing in Oregon.
Man.
Yeah, that's how a lot of these off the trail campgrounds are. So anyhow, somebody decided to drive out there in their rental and get as close as they could to the pond. And then they got so close that the only thing stopping them from being in the pond was a tree that was laying there. The video is, it's pretty funny. I need to...
There's a lake around here where people would go and they actually park on the lake in the winter when it's frozen.
Yes.
And one day it was kind of that it was a little bit warm, but it was still cold. And I don't remember what the number was, but there was probably a good 10 that ended up sinking.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
lot.
a bad day.
Yep. So here's the one that I bought new.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
So that's what I spent
yeah.
That's what I paid 42 Canadian for it back when I bought it.
42 Canadian. That's like
That's
16,000 American.
Yeah,
That's,
something like that.
that's really not terrible for something brand new like that, though.
Well, that was in 99, though. Well, 98, I think, is when I actually...
Okay, that is a lot more back then. Yeah, I am thinking that in now-ish money.
Right.
Yeah,
Like a
that
new
is-
car,
but-
16, nothing.
By the time you
Yeah,
finish this financing and everything, it probably cost me about 60.
yeah, there is that. Is that how I do it? No, I don't want to share screen. That's what I want to do. All right, let's go with window. That's gonna. All right, can you see that now?
Yep.
All right.
They should have turned it and gunned it before it started sliding, or when it started sliding.
Yeah, you see they parked right there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
There's. Let me see if I can find an.
It looks like it's still usable.
Oh yeah, no, they.
Like it's total.
So
right
we saw them. But yeah, I don't want to get music on here and get them pissed. But oh shit, stop sharing. But yeah, so we pull down into this place. I don't even see it until we get out, and my wife's like, is that supposed to be there?
Did you yell? You're not supposed to park there.
I did say it, but I didn't get it on camera. There were so many memes and things I wanted to do out of that, and then the people show up. Like, we get there and no one's there. It's just this car. And I'm like, is this thing stolen? So my buddy gets down on the wheel and looks in, and he's like, doesn't look like the dash is, or the key is anything messed up. I was like, is it locked? And it's locked. I'm like, well, no one stole it, crashed it, and locked it before they walked away. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not calling it in. Somebody will come get it. And we're getting ready to leave, and I hear a big Dodge coming up the road, and I'm like, okay, all right, it's just either someone playing or whatever. And they roll in, and it's them. And that's how we got the story that this is her rental car.
Oh,
Because she totaled her car, and they came up here to party, and she parked there, and they got out and did their partying, and then later on, some time passed, and they came back, and it was like no one noticed that it just slid down in there, and I'm like, I don't know that I buy that, but okay. And then she's like, yeah, they gave me this piece of crap. Like, she's all blaming the car and shit. I'm just like,
right. That car
Lady,
was
it's-
How old is this person?
she 25 at best.
Yeah.
Dude, where's my
Younger.
car?
in the lake.
pond.
Because what you can't see from that one is that there's a log underneath that is across some rocks, and that's
Oh,
what
wow.
it's
The only
sitting
thing that
against.
saved it, huh?
That is the only thing that's stopping it from being in the water. Now it's not that deep right there, but still,
Yeah.
and so they
Probably
show
deep
up.
enough to get into the intake.
Well, they show up. Oh no! It would have gotten this intake, but so they show up, and I'm like, "Hey, what's your plan?" Blah blah. I'm like, "Well, we're gonna pull it out and blah blah." And I'm like, "Okay, you mind if we film this?" I got a YouTube channel, and they're like, "Yeah, no," and I was like, "All right." They're like, "We can help." They're like, "You can help if you want." I was like, "Okay." So I gave them what
Yeah.
I would do. And And they promptly said, yeah, no, screw that. We want to take all these rocks and move them and then pull it across this embankment that's like this. And I'm like, you're just going to roll that thing into the creek or into the pond, but whatever. I got better things to do anyhow. So I loaded up my people and we...
Oh, you didn't watch it? You didn't watch it?
Nope. At that point, they had other people coming, and I would rather go ride than watch that disaster. If I wasn't going to be able to film it, there was no point in watching that shit show.
Film it? It's a public place.
I could, but I mean, they're just going to get shitty, and it wasn't worth my time.
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been.
It might have been, yeah.
I mean, realistically,
If it went bad, it would have been.
If it was bad enough when I go back this weekend, because I'm going back this weekend to see just how that's all fucked up, then I'll be able to see. Because if it were bad enough, it might still be sitting there for all I know.
I had one out by my place where the fields used to flood a fair bit in a couple of spots, and somehow
What's up,
someone
John?
put their what are those things? It was either Honda, one of those Honda things like 113 has, or
the race line?
Avalanche or something like that.
Well, yeah.
And it was partially submerged up to at least middle of the windshield.
Oh shit!
And then, but it gets better because what was behind it was a camper, and that was submerged as well.
So that is the wild thing about out here in some of the videos that are coming out now. Every time I go into the middle of nowhere, I always run into some random person. It's like in places where you're like, you should never see anyone out here, but we see people. And I have found easily 15 cars and motorhomes.
See, you
wheeled
say that you
vehicles.
see people, but people see the size of you with the beard and everything, and they think they see Sasquatch. So,
Oh yeah. Well, listen, it's like I just so I did get my concealed and everything out here for going out into these woods because
probably smart.
Well, so one, if you have it in even my rig, my off-road rig in the glove box, I still need a conceal,
Right.
even though I'm in the middle of nowhere. And
but can you guys open carry in your state?
You can open carry, but in the glove box of your car,
you have to have it on
strapped in to the machine on your hip is not really a
it's
great
not safe.
option.
I get it.
Well, and that get dirty. I'm not trying to get that thing dirty. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money there. I don't want to be cleaning it every 5 minutes because
P380 automatic. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Walter PPK.
So make sure when you're out there, just take some jack links with you too, just in case you run across.
Well,
anybody.
so Sasquatch doesn't bother me. We can work something out with Sasquatch. It's cougars. Those are bears. I'm really not even that concerned about because they tend to stick. But the cats are wiry, man. They'll say, okay, that thing's bigger, but I'm pretty sure I can kill it.
Yeah. What kind of bears y'all got up there?
Black bears, brown bears. We just
Black
actually
bears
had
you probably scare away. Brown bears.
Brown bears, if there's a cub involved, all bets are off. Most times a brown bear is just going to leave you alone, I hope, but you know. Very odd. The stream never loaded when I was waiting 20 seconds. Oh, damn. That's sorry, Antonio. I appreciate it. Yeah, we were waiting. We were with Destroyer. He was running his gig, so we took some time. Didn't want to leave there early.
I missed his, man. I've been working so much. So not only do I have a job now, I still have the car lot. So it's been busy.
Yeah.
How's the job going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, making some good money, stacking some cash up.
Nice.
It's a job, right?
Buying more cars. So it's a job.
Yeah.
It's an easy job for me.
Yeah.
I need to start taking some content at work, because we have all the semis up there with the Cummins and Detroit.
Even if it's just short, vertical format stuff. You know what I mean? If you
just so I can get some content, I'm just not doing anything.
That is the trick. I've slowed down doing a bunch of stuff, but I'm still writing a bunch. So I have a bunch of writing footage, but I don't want to bury that into the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my problem is we're hitting winter, so there's not going to be a whole lot that I'm going to be actually working on. So recycled shorts, banking up a couple videos here still, and then I'm going to start doing the podcast then, because that'll at least be some new content that I can start doing.
Damn, Antonio, this dude's swamped. Yeah,
and I enjoyed the podcast, honestly. I did like doing those. It's just making time to get back at them.
The guy is here. Everyone was leaving because they were like, "There's no way Dudes is coming to this," so I guess we're just gonna go.
I doubt that's how that works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went. So they were like, "Dudes with wrenches," and this guy whose birthday it is, and I only see this dude with the beard. So
Yeah.
The
Now all the
rich.
subscribers will come and all the viewers now that Dudes is here.
yeah. So, Dudes, tell us what is hitting. What is the definition of hitting a video?
Well, if it hasn't, the new number is 65,000. So if it hasn't made 65,000, it gets deleted. And
And that's in how many days?
so that's I'm
Hours.
putting it at a 2-week now.
Okay.
So if it hasn't made 65 in 2 weeks, we're gonna kick it off. If it hasn't made at least 10,000 views an hour, or not 10,000 views in 10 hours, then I can say it's trending down. We'll probably go a different direction. So if we're getting 2,000 views an hour, that's pretty decent.
Mine usually only lasts for about an hour. It'll ramp up
Yep.
for about an hour and then it's done. That's it. And then
Now-
maybe it'll trickle up a few days, but not much.
I don't ever
No,
have-
the question is, do yours do that right after, like within the first hour you've put them out, or is it later on? So mine's the same way. Mine will do it within the first hour or so that it goes out, and then maybe every now and then I'll catch one in the later part of the day, but that's normally how it goes.
Yeah. Usually it's in the first hour and then it just stops. And then, like I said, maybe another
John.
1,000 or so
John.
over a few days, but that's usually it.
Oh, yeah, Tim.
So are you getting that many views? You're not getting that many on full length videos, right? That's just on your shorts.
No. So
Well, I
it
don't know
helps
where
to
you're at
put
nowadays.
full links out. That's the.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're still doing way more on full lengths than I'm doing on full lengths.
So any full length I put out now will carry about 1,000 views no matter what. But that's the only general number I can hit.
Gotcha.
I guess my camera's frozen.
No, you're
No.
moving.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good.
fine.
looks fine.
I see you moving.
So I'll take the 1,000. I mean, that's still
yeah,
good
now-
numbers for long format.
Now he's definitely froze now. Oh, listen, that's about 900 more than I'm getting on a video. So
Why don't you pick all it up?
That's
So
about
last-
950 more than me.
Gooba.
yeah, exactly right.
So last year's PRI
was
video
saying,
did
huh?
about close to 1,000.
brother.
And that was probably my one and only full length video without any advertisement that got that high. So
Oh, Cletus is gone. What is going on there?
numbers.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh,
oh,
wow.
yeah.
980 something. Okay.
Well, no, look at it's the last 24 or 48 hours.
Oh,
1,000.
692. Wow.
125,000 views in 24 hours or 48 hours.
Might as well. Good for you.
Oof.
That's awesome, dudes.
Oof. What am I doing right now? Let's see. In contrast, I have 57.
I'm not going to open mine.
You're not going to tell us. We're not going to do show and
It's
tell.
not going to do it.
It's just a little emasculating. I swear, it's not about size.
I mean, my 48 was sitting around 16,000, but that's gonna drop off now because my Sunday ones are.
I don't think I even know how to get to that page. That stats.
No. It's the main.
Really?
The analytics
You got the
page.
studio app?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the
Yeah.
studio
Oh, yeah.
page.
You got to have the studio app.
So you go to analytics. It's the main analytics page overview.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it goes. This is the conversations Dudes and I have all the time where he tells me about how it's really down today. We're only doing 125,000 views today. And I'm sitting over here at 125,000 views for like a month or some shit like that. I'm like, yeah, dudes, it really fucking sucks.
So
But
what's
no,
your,
on the other end of it, I do know, because I'm here with the ups too. So I'm like, damn, okay, I am actually, I know I say that sucks, but I actually do because I'm
You're
like,
the guy that's hit 300,000 views in a single hour.
It's always
yes,
up there.
that
That's
did
what I got.
happen one. So I do have that one time,
I've
but
never done that.
but they took away 26,000
Doesn't
views. I would love to know if there's no way to really tell. I would love
So
to
what-
know how much they're taking back from you.
what's
Oh,
your
I-
total channel views right now at? Do you know?
My total
He's
channel
over
views.
12.
So I've pulled a bunch away. So I think I'm at 17 million now, but total channel views over the full year is 24 million.
Wow,
Oh yeah.
that's sweet.
I guess my computer decided I wasn't going to be on here anymore.
Yeah,
All right, we got people there in the chat here. John Shokar, what's up, brother? Antonio's talking back and forth. Everyone's here. Ollie in the house.
Ollie, I know Ollie earlier said I'm still alive. Yes, I am still alive.
Well, you've been out the game more than even I have as far as live. Well, you've been completely out.
I've been out. I haven't been on watching YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube. It's been, yeah.
Yeah, I've been. Is that what we're doing? How
that
are
a new
those
hat?
working out?
as far
do you-
as
How do you like the hat? Like,
it's a regular
is it-
flex fit hat. I mean, it's a name brand.
but it's a good hat.
Yeah.
Well, I know sometimes people talk about when they get their hats done, especially the first time, they're like,
Now-
these things are shit.
I will say I think this hat's like flex fit seconds. There's some stitching work on it that I'm like, this is not like the other flex fit hats I own.
Okay, see, that's why I was. But if it's not so much of a difference that you're like, you know what I mean?
No,
'Cause
it's just
I have heard some horror stories from people.
Where'd you get
You know.
that from?
I'd have to contact my guy. I don't even know what the website is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when you get over 50,000, subscribers, you get guys for things.
You gotta have guys. I wasn't gonna do it, so
Well, ours is just on Teespring, so that's what I was
here
wondering.
I can tell you 1 second. It's on the
This
thing.
peasant work, it's beneath him.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just I wasn't gonna do it, and somebody
you
else said,
film your
well,
own
you should do it, and
content
I'm like,
anymore? You got
"Yeah,
someone to
you
do
do it."
that. For
No,
you.
he's got a guy. He doesn't
got a
even
guy
actually.
for that.
He doesn't actually act in his content anymore either. You notice he's never in front of the camera anymore. So he's actually going to just replace himself with somebody else and just voice over everything. It's a whole new.
Whole new
That's
thing.
why it's dudes with wrenches. It's a guy you see and then a guy you hear.
Just maybe
Yeah,
occasional
he's got a
hand
dude
in
for
there.
that.
Yeah, dude, for that. So this is Spread Shop. My
I
Spread
don't think
Shop.
I've heard that.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
new.
I think that's the website. It's My Spread Shop.
That's gonna be your slogan now. I got a dude for that.
I got a dude for that.
I thought you were going to go with my spread shop. I was
My
like,
Spread Shop.
that sends the wrong message, I think, but I can get behind it.
There I get
Literally.
where those views go.
Hey. Sorry, I digress.
Oh, I guess there's only 6 days left at 20% off, everybody. I didn't even realize they were running a thing
On spread, what was it?
on the merch, I guess.
Oh, on your
BW merch.
on all DWW
Yeah,
merch.
evidently. Evidently, it's a thing. I'm not advertising, and I've made this very apparent. If you want to buy my merch, it's there. But I'm not forcing anybody to buy nothing. I'm not begging.
Yeah, he's probably
It's not
sold,
me.
a couple thousand is all. No
Couple
big deal.
thou- Have you actually sold anything?
You know what? Tell you that there's a guy for that, and I don't. Think
Oh, you can't call him a guy anymore. You got to call him. There's a dude for that.
There's a dude for that. Yeah.
All right,
You,
there's a
you
dude
have
for that.
to. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely
You
gonna
know,
be.
I got
I
a
would
dude.
like-
I got a dude developing these logos. I got a
Oh
dude,
shit!
doing the
What's
whole
up,
website
Fox?
and
Cats?
merchandise.
Damn
so
it!
I'm
Sorry.
winning.
I would
Listen,
like to buy your stuff. I just can't afford it.
Hey, me too. Because the fun part is it's not free to me either. So
Yep.
Cletus is really having some problems tonight.
He is having some
He's
some
beside
issues.
himself.
I didn't want to bring the actual website up until I had bought some of the merchandise. And I was like, all right, let's test run some merchandise. And I spent like $130 on just some basic shit.
Thank
and
you,
I'm just like,
Shopcat.
really? I'm like, no one's buying this. This is way too expensive.
Guess I'm just having technical difficulties tonight.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna get rid of him in stereo.
You get that paint
round
can in front of you
sound.
again?
What?
Remember that paint can that he kept putting near his computer? And
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that one time. Yeah, I remember that now. Actually, that you mentioned
I'm on
it.
my phone now, so.
That's where
We'll
they
put the can where the can goes. There was a socket or slot you had to slide it in, as I remember.
Yeah, that was stupid. I know.
So, just so you know, I'm an amazing at my job, so much so that I have a dude that just went out and did my job for me, and I just walked him through it. It was great.
Isn't that what you have that dude for?
You know, I need a
Oh.
dude to do my job. I need to get one of those.
Well, to be fair, he's been training this dude for not an
20 years.
insignificant amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, it's what's up, Brett Jarvis? How you doing, brother? Yeah, you're not late to the party. The party's just getting going. It's a Tuesday night. I don't have a job, nothing to do.
Well, I started a new job.
Turlo, what's up, brother?
How's
Sorry,
that new
what?
job going?
Oh, it's good. Yeah, I get to work from home most of the time, so it's nice.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
But government job, it's all good.
Oh, I was gonna say, what are you doing? Do you work for Elon now from home, or one of those
He works for the government.
I work for the
government?
government. I'm a civil aviation inspector.
Oh, did you guys see that shit with the what are they called down there? The Texas Raiders, their commemorative Air Force or whatever it is. That's wild. So I have a buddy that actually works on those planes, flies on those planes, and that's how I found out about it. He's like, "Hey, so it's been crazy, but I'm fine." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I had to go look it up. And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, it was nuts. You just see it come right down into it, and boom, down it goes.
Oh, 113.
So I-
Anything about that? I haven't heard anything about it.
So I watched a video about it, and so the 17's coming in like this, and the fighter's coming like this, and he's kind of cranked, and apparently that thing's notorious for not having any way to really see in front that direction, and they think he just fell out of formation and just slid right into him.
Damn.
You just see a fireball, and whoosh, down
That
she
big
goes.
thing just
Big.
fell out of the sky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big machine to fall like that. And the other thing that happens is Jay Leno got burnt up pretty good, eh?
I
Oh, that
heard.
too.
Did they say how? I just heard they got burnt. I didn't get a
Yeah, he's
how.
working. He was
Fire, got him on the
that
face. and the
steam
hand, I
engine car he
guess.
had.
Oh,
He was doing some repairs or starting it up. That's inside of a museum,
yeah.
and yeah, it burnt his ass.
I bet you it's one of those things
damn,
what we've
Brett.
all done. You got the ketchup bottle over the carb, feeding it.
That,
That'll be
yeah.
fine.
Damn.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
steam power,
Shotgun's
so it like burns
crazy.
wood and stuff. But
Yeah, but any of that steam comes out at temperature. That's burn your skin off.
well, I think
That's
the fire
face.
actually got him, but it
Oh.
burned
Here
him
it's
pretty
an
good. He had to go to the
exfoliator.
burn unit.
Well, it was gasoline fire, it said. I don't think it was steam.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Oh,
what are you doing there?
I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, easy.
That's quite the. That's not a knife. I should go get my knife. Get my the one Cletus gave me. Cletus and Ryan
This
gave
is the
me.
standard pocket knife, is it not?
That's for
Oh.
trimming your beard.
Oh, okay. Is that
Yeah,
standard?
you should go get your Arkansas toothpick.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been told this is actually classified as a safety blade
Why is it a safety blade?
because it has
What makes
the
it safe?
hook, so that when you're cutting something, you don't slip.
Oh,
That what makes it safe?
That's what the company told me anyway.
Which company? The one
It's gotta be legit.
your company or the company that sold it to you?
No, actually, this is a company. This
He's
is what
not
our
sure
company
he's got a
classified
dude
as
for
a
that.
safety knife.
That's not a knife.
now that is a knife.
That's a knife.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
comparing
that's pretty
knives
shiny.
now. Now I gotta go get mine. But I gotta walk upstairs to get it.
So that is
Actually-
a Bowie knife.
It is.
And James or Jim Bowie is from Arkansas. So
Yeah, it's a state knife, isn't it, or something like that?
yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What? It's like
Yeah,
that's cool.
Arkansas.
yeah,
toothpick.
right. That's what I
State
thought. Yeah,
Never
I was.
heard of such a
They,
thing,
ga-
but
they gave me
way
this for
cooler
as a
than a
retirement
state
present.
bird.
Right? What's your state bird gonna do? Get that thrown at it and dead?
Our state
State
bird's
bird's
like a
about to get
mockingbird or
knifed.
something. I don't even remember.
So in Nebraska, yeah, their state bird is a cardinal. So
Oh.
if you go over to Nebraska, from where I live, all their street signs have cardinals on them because they're really proud of it.
Oh
And,
boy.
it's the worst street signs in the world because they're white street signs with red lettering.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's a real pain in the ass to like know where you're going over there.
You guys have street
Shit.
signs?
Listen, I will say a chainsaw. I need one of those.
You need a chainsaw?
Okay, I want the small Milwaukee pruning chainsaw
Oh.
for the rig to be able. Yeah, we all have seen
had
that
this
I have
conversation.
chainsaws around.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
want the little one. Just a little guy. Okay, because I don't want to take up any extra space with a big chainsaw on a regular basis. That's like I've trail run. I know this trail's blocked. We got to come back with toys to fix this. I'm talking like, oh, this little tree has fallen or this branch is in the way, and I just want to lop it down and keep going. So it's not
that's
too
where we
big to
got the
keep on the
chainsaw.
rig. Oh yeah, you're wondering how the hell I ended up on chainsaw? Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, how did we jump from knife to chainsaw? I see it's just turtle.
it's literally spelled out right there. It wasn't my fault. Normally I will give you I squirrel like that, but it wasn't
I
me.
was going to
this
say, what do
time.
you know about cutting down trees, Wasted?
Nothing.
He doesn't actually know much. He's just
I'm the guy with the
spectator.
camera in the back going, yep, this looks dumb.
Guy in the back going, pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to do that, but hey.
Hey,
Man.
listen, what do I know?
I had 2 trees cut down in my house this summer for our solar panels and to clear room for our pool. And I had 2 guys come out. One guy quoted me, I don't remember what it was, a couple grand or something for 2 fairly large trees.
Seems about right.
And there was a sign at my work where, they had the little tags that you can take and call this person. So I called the guy and he's like, $1,100. I'll cut both trees down and grind both stumps plus the other 3 stumps you got in your yard. And I'm like, cool.
And remove everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this
Does
guy
that guy
shows
do
up.
meth?
This guy shows up. It's an older guy who's retired, kind of started his own business. It took 3 months to get my 2 trees down.
Holy shit.
And at the end, the last day he's picking up the big stumps and he's got a bobcat, which ended up being at my house for way too long because the hydraulic line came off and everything
sounds
that
like
could go wrong
this
went wrong.
Sounds like your outfit.
I was gonna say, sounds like my dad.
So he picks up this log and he's lifting it up to go in the bed of his truck, and it's too heavy. I can see it as he's going through my yard. The whole thing's rocking, and he lifts it up to put it up there, and he just tips the whole forklift down into his truck, and he's like bouncing around. And I'm telling you, I should have had my phone out this whole time. This guy was
You
there.
should
So
have.
he
So
spent
many-
more than he made.
He
yeah.
did it because he didn't climb, so he rented a lift to go up and cut it. So he literally everything that and then he ordered a stump grinder to go on the front of his Bobcat. Well, then his Bobcat he couldn't get running, so then he had to go rent a stump grinder to finish the job. So
You officially put this guy out of business. You know that.
he
right?
literally
I think
made
so.
0 money, and I did spend probably as much time helping him pull the stuff
Did
out
you
of
at
my
least give him
yard.
some ramen noodles or something? You know, you ain't gonna be able to eat for like a year.
I mean, at the end of the day, the trees needed to go. You only spent this much money, so.
But I
guess
did spend a lot of hours helping him, and I told him, I'm like, I ain't paying you anymore, but you're getting just as much labor out of me as the guy that's up there cutting. So
Hey, free labor's that's good money.
So, this is a little informational thing. I like to climb things. I used to climb rocks and trees and things of that nature. And I decided once I moved back to the flatlands of Iowa, there's not very many rocks you can go climb. So free climbing trees and rigging trees and climbing trees became like a hobby. So then I turned that into like, hey, I could cut these things while I'm up here. That's kind of cool. So then I thought, well, I'm going to do like maybe a side gig and climb trees and cut them for people. And then I tried to segue that into a tree gig for a while, and I bought some trucks and a lot of saws, and I'm trying to do that on the side. And what I found out real quick, when somebody quotes you $2,000 to take down 2 trees, that's because that's what it's worth doing.
yeah.
So it's one of those, it's a lot more work than what you ever think it's going to be until you do it. So
Yeah.
I always used to claim these people were price gouging, and then I started doing it and went, nope, They're not. It's
Yeah,
very difficult.
he told me, he goes, after this job I am not quoting anything on the spot. I'll come out and
Yeah.
take a look, and then I'm gonna go home and think about it.
Think about it real hard.
Drink a beer, get a sleep.
Yeah, this summer I cut down 5 very large trees for a friend of mine, and it took us 3 weekends. We hauled all the wood away to a local brush wood pile that they have in the town next to him. And we had truck boxes behind trucks because I didn't have any big trucks running because none of mine have brakes. So we had 3 pickups, 3 pickup box trailers, or two and two. So it was 4 truckloads essentially, and we ran those things 48 times to move all the wood.
Wow.
And hand loaded and hand unloaded everything. So it's just like
This guy would have been good if he was in a place like where he could just cut it down, drop the whole tree, cut it up, and haul it away. But being that both of them were kind of by my house, one of them was by my neighbor's fence, and the other was by the edge of my other fence.
Listen,
It took him a long time.
You just send that thing down the line and pray.
But he dropped a branch or a log on my neighbor's fence and had to replace part of that. He backed the bobcat into my fence and bent one of my poles, and just used the bobcat to straighten it back out again for me. Thankfully, tore up my yard. It was literally the craziest thing. I should have recorded everything.
Really should have recorded that whole thing.
Did you go back to work and just tear that whole sheet down? Just look at everybody and go, no.
No.
So the dad is the one that cut the tree down. The kid works with me or somewhere in my facility, and I'm like, man,
I might have to get fired right now.
This is why you're not allowed to have those up at work anymore.
Well, I mean, he was a super nice guy, and I really did feel bad for him once I seen how much work it was and how much.
After you found out you ripped them off,
right? He's like, I had to spend this much to get the lift, and then I had to rent that for 2 weekends.
Live and you learn.
I'm like, yeah.
My son has done that when he's quoted people on work or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll cut your lawn for $40 or whatever. I'm like, you don't want to go out there and look at it? He's like, no, they said it wasn't that much. We get out there and it's like 4 acres. It's like, hey, buddy, you got to do it for what you said you do it for.
Yeah. Way to go, dummy.
Save money on this deal. Get out the sickle.
Yeah, because $40 ain't gonna pay for this gas.
Okay. Gas is almost to $3 again here, man. It's getting up there.
Oh, we can't. Don't talk to me about gas.
Yeah, he put diesel in his truck like the second time this year.
Oof.
Yeah, I put $120 and it shut off, and I said, "Yeah, I'm not swiping it again."
You're done, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so diesel's over $5. Gas is right around $5. It's just it's apparently normal here.
Everybody around here gets mad when it gets over 280.
Listen, I'm mad.
I had somebody steal my gas not that long ago again, and I was kind of like, huh, that's weird. Because I know there was gas in here when I drove it last.
Yeah. Dudes, it's just funding all the little degenerate dirt bikes in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's what it is. They come in from the trees on the backside where everybody runs their ATVs, and I'm sure it's kids just like, hey, we go steal like 3 gallons out of that truck down there. We'll be able to run around up here for a little while longer.
Somebody stole the gas out of my parts van out of the car lot or whatever, and that van had been sitting for at least 8 years. I mean,
good luck.
I was like, take it, dummies.
Well, I guess our gas is pretty cheap right now. We're paying $5.87 a gallon.
Oh, I was going to say, is that a liter or a gallon?
That's a gallon, but then
you got to remember
it's Canadian, so you got to knock 30% off of that.
See, they used to steal gas a lot from my 82 square body with a wood box on it, and the wood box sat right up against the cap. So I just got to the point where I just took a wood screw and I ran it through the cap into the wood. Yeah, take that thing off. And there was a couple times I went out there where you could tell that it had been bent and pried on. Like, really? Like, wow. I don't know if I should deter them. They're just going to cut the hose. I mean, it's a flatbed. The tank's right there.
Yeah. Well, you see the thing they were doing for a while there. They just go under and stab the fucking tanks and let the fuel drip into whatever.
There's a parking ramp that I park at all the time. And I remember
Chuck
there was
Grills,
an old guy.
what's up, brother?
I saw him coasting down the parking ramp. Truck wasn't running. I'm like, what's going on over there? And he's talking to the attendants there because the truck isn't running. Come to find out, yeah, somebody climbed underneath his truck, popped a hole in it, drained the tank. He started it, backed out, and that was about as far as the truck went.
Damn it, man.
Burned what was in there.
Yep, he was not happy.
Yeah, no, because I would rather you siphon it out, because at least then I don't have to pay for a new fucking tank.
Exactly.
You know, I was like, I if people that drive Jeeps or things with soft tops, it's like you keep anything nice in there and lock the doors. You're just asking for them to pay. Just don't keep anything in there and leave it unlocked, because if they want it, they're getting it.
That's the biggest thing with
my convertible was I just nice day, keep the roof down, make sure nothing was in there, and then go ahead, reach in. There's nothing there.
Yep.
At least you're not cutting the roof open on me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing with the 240 is like I don't really want to go anywhere. I don't want to, park it overnight at a hotel or anything. So I thought about trying to do like drag and drive with it, but maybe that's okay because there'll be a bunch of other cars around too. But still, it always scares me a little bit.
I don't know about that. The drag and drive still had a lot of thefts going on.
Really?
A lot. Oh yeah, they had a lot of cars stolen.
Well, I like to watch these ones because, like, even Destroyer shows that he sells little panels that actually stop people from stealing the chargers.
Yeah,
makes it a lot harder. Yeah,
I've seen so many videos where those guys are doing like, "Hey, we're going to do a drag and drive with just chargers, right?" And they show up at a hotel, and somebody steals like 4 of them at the hotel. It's like, really?
I know the Hot Rod Power Tour. There was a couple of Hellcats got stolen. A Red Eye. Is it Red Eye? Anyway, yeah,
Red Eye. Yeah,
it's an expensive one.
I'll tell anybody, you have that car, definitely whatever panel you got to buy, put it in there. Because I've seen the trucks are the same thing. You pop out a little panel and just blink.
Yep.
And it's in neutral. Yep. It's like, wow, that's
well,
yeah.
I don't know.
And then they take them to the middle of nowhere.
Apparently, Kias are real easy to steal too. So
that's real big around us right now, and that's what the wife drives. So we always.
Did you just say the Kia boys, or like the Mustang boys?
Well, this is a little different. These are thieves stealing Kia cars and like joyriding them, and then But USB.
The government.
You have to have a USB. You rip the thing out, and then there's a little part where the key goes that you just put a USB in and turn it, and it starts right up.
Okay.
You drive it where you want to go.
Really?
That's even easier because you don't even have to just tow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just bust the column plastics off.
Just plastic clips. Yep.
Well, I guess.
Remember when they used to have retarded keys that had resistors in them, and there was all this complicated pass lock system? And I was like, nah, you just break that and you jam this thing in there.
Well, the worst thing they ever did is went back to the push button on the dash.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The steering wheel's locked. None of the ignition's locked.
That's true because nothing locks. You can just crank the wheel. It's all electric now. So.
Yep. Well, and they all put their faith in like electronically locking out the motors. They can't take the car if we do that. But they made it so easy to turn it back on.
Yeah.
You can go to any new vehicle almost, and none of them have locking steering anymore.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Which is weird to me because they're all electronics, like electric steering. So it wouldn't be hard to lock that out.
Nope.
Little solenoid popper, something
fairly
I think simple.
The risk there is it's a mechanical lock, and if that electric lock was to fail while driving, that would be a huge liability. It's like click. Oh no.
Yeah,
that would be a problem. Yes,
that might be.
It's probably a safety thing more than it's hey, we don't care if these get stolen.
You may be onto something there, bud.
Especially when most of them have that like auto steering, lane assist type stuff, anyway. So
well, I only say that because in 1999,
I knew we were gonna get dudes with wrenches. Can you start it from the beginning with the dudes with wrenches here, and then give us
make sure everyone's recording so we can steal the content.
Dudes with wrenches here.
I have a dude for that.
I have a dude.
Let me get him in here to say the thing.
Yeah. So. There's actually a piece that sits underneath the column that all your switch goes and wires into, and it has little soldered in points, mounts right to the bottom of the column on a lot of these GM cars.
Yep.
So the solder goes bad, the pins fall out, and it all kind of wads itself together with power. Well, when this happens, you'll be steering, and this is what unlocks the shifter. And when it goes into park, it'll lock the column. So when it messes up, they actually had a recall on this because you'll be steering, and then all of a sudden the car will shut off, and the steering wheel will lock, and you're going down the road.
Oh no!
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It
So-
caused a few accidents.
I see Cletus trying to one up me. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Trying to get in where I fit in. Oh,
There we
Oh,
go.
Hola.
procreation. Oh,
no, they're Canadian. They don't do that.
he's far enough
I
away
don't
from the
believe
border.
it.
It's fine. I'm like a whole
There we go.
country away from that border. It can't be cultural appropriation. What
Hey,
kind of
I'm going to
doobie
bed, guys.
smoking hat is that?
Messing up on me anyway.
You say you're
That's
going
my
to
new
bed?
beanie.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I got to get up early in the morning.
All right.
All right, man.
All right,
Good.
night,
Good
Cletus.
seeing you guys. Good talking with you. You have a
Yep,
great
see you,
day.
man.
Great night.
Fix your camera.
I will.
My camera was doing some weird shit tonight, flashing, and it was very psychedelic. But I figured everyone wasn't going to want to watch that.
Just taking a shit, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
What brand hat is
What?
this? Now that I see some logo over your eye.
Oh, it's Carhartt. I got it for my birthday.
Okay, now let me see this hat. Is this a traditional car hat you're wearing like a douche, or?
Well, I have my headset on, so that.
Oh,
kinda-
okay, that's what was messing me up there. I'm
I
like,
mean, yeah, it's just
it's
a regular.
standard car hat because you know they
Yeah.
started to make trendy ones.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
If you
trendy?
go to the old Baumgars near me, the new Carhartt rack has all these fluffy ball ones and all these trendy looking
okay.
Carhartt
I
hats.
see
and I'm
what
like,
you're saying now.
I remember when this was utilitarian only.
What are the ones
Yeah, no.
that like sloosh back or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I need one that slooshes back. Look at all this hair.
I mean, pretty soon there'll be a man bun under it or
Why don't you
something.
grow a beard sometime?
Listen, I got this this going right here.
Why don't
That's
you
what I
tell
got.
everybody since how long you been growing that thing?
Since April.
Yeah, that's a pretty pitiful April beard right there.
I mean, it's my first beard, so it's just
It's true. It doesn't know what to do. It's all like,
it
I'm
doesn't
trying
know.
to get
It's-
out there.
yeah. He doesn't know what to do. This is his first time. Your beard's got all this time on this beard. You can't. I mean, you wouldn't know it from all the gray in it, but I mean, it's not his fault.
I've been growing mine since yesterday.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I've shaved 3 times since April completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to donate that shit.
Nobody wants this shit.
I'm gonna say to who pubes of fucking
Yeah,
hope
exactly.
or whatever.
Like,
Those guys that can't
the
grow
young
a beard.
Asian boys. Like, what?
Oh Jesus Christ! You can't say that.
hey,
Hey, he's got a dude for that.
Hey, I got a
Put that
guy
on
for
your
that.
bird.
He'll get him out of it.
Everyone gets a
Okay.
piece of beards.
black
Oh,
market pubes over
He
here.
never actually said it.
It's
you
like
would be the
that
guy.
discussion we were having about the jewelry. You know, it's getting
Oh
sent to China.
Jesus! It is definitely. Well, no, I thought we were saying Japan.
Yeah, Japan. Japan, where's the real kink is. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of
definitely
rhino
the-
horn.
Pubes of love. That's the name.
He's got a dude for that.
Oh boy.
Why did my Bluetooth just disconnect? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
In my screen, in my ears, it's just like disconnected.
Your screen went a little.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good now.
Yeah, you're moving again.
Okay. Listen, it's the Skynet. We only get what Elon says we can have.
You know, he's under investigation again.
For what now?
I don't know, colluding with other countries and tyranny, terrorism. I don't know.
Really?
Owning Twitter.
Oh,
Not
that.
being
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
being a diehard Democrat, I guess.
You know, when you own
I
things
mean-
like Twitter. Yeah.
You. You walked right into some things in here. We need to get that guy here. Let me see here. All right, don't stop
best.
talking just because I started doing
Thanks,
something
man.
here, fellas. I mean,
This sexy vest I got.
That's nice.
You know, you got a good one when it's made by 3M. Yeah.
Ooh.
You get all that YouTube money to buy those nice clothes now.
No. So there was a homeless guy that walked up to us in our company truck today, and we're just sitting there like doing. Well, we weren't working. We weren't doing anything. So he just walks up. And he's like, "Hey, you know, I'm a veteran." He points at his hat, and he's got this camouflage hat with a veteran written across the top of it. I'm like, "Oh, that makes you a veteran, pretty sure." And then he's got this nice coat on and like really nice jeans and pants, and he's carrying this like Swiss Alps backpack, and he's smoking a cigarette as he walks up. And we're like, well, he can't be asking for cigarettes. He's got one. So he's like, hey, I'm between places, and I was wondering if I could give $5 to get a gallon of gas to get me. I'm like, so you're admitting to having a vehicle now too?
Yep.
You get nothing, sir. Please move on.
It's called a job. If you went over there, you could probably find one for the day. It's a really cool concept. Even if you get to one of these truck stops, you could probably make $20 in the back lot.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Is like
and a ride.
This guy's too nicely dressed to be asking anybody for anything. It's like the people that have dogs. Like, hey, me and my hungry dog. Guess what? If that dog was hungry, he'd eat you. He doesn't need you. Like, that's how dogs work. Like, you can't feed them; they eat you.
So I think it was Cletus that was telling me a story about a guy in maybe near his town, where he'd take his Mercedes downtown, and get out, and then he'd get changed. I think he was in a wheelchair.
At least put on a show, change your clothes or something.
And he'd change his clothes and stuff and go put on the show. But it's exactly what you said. One of the first things I do is I look at their shoes.
Yeah.
And
that's the old Andy. It's the old Andy Dufresne right there.
So
no one
there
ever
was
looks
a homeless
at a man's
guy.
shoes.
So in our city, you're not allowed to beg. So if you ask for money, you can be arrested. So they'll always just put up a sign that doesn't ask for money, but people will give them money. Like, they know the rules. And exactly that. If they're wearing really shabby clothes and shitty shoes and they're not staying warm, then you got to go, okay, maybe that guy's homeless. Whatever. Maybe they're just putting on a show. There used to be a mentally crazy guy that used to walk around town, and he didn't wear shoes.
Right.
And when winter would come, he would like have the soles of shoes and like bags wrapped around his feet and like duct tape wrapped around the whole mess.
Yeah.
And if you tried to give him anything, he'd go nuts on you. And he was like ripped for being homeless. And it was like, wow, don't mess with that guy. So you'd always just leave stuff out because he'd go through your trash cans. And if you said something to him like, hey, do you need something? He'd be like, I don't need nothing. And he'd just go all nuts. And it's like, I'm going to leave these shoes here. You can have those.
Yeah, just whatever you want. Or don't. Whatever.
Or don't. They're right here.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared, so I don't know if they got him help or something.
I've gone into a restaurant and bought meals for people and taken it out and given it to them, but I don't usually give them money.
I don't either.
Well, and this guy, he'd rifle through your whole trash can. Like, he'd take everything out of your trash can, he'd take everything out of it, but he'd put it all back. Like, you'd never catch the guy doing anything wrong, and he was kind of a super cool guy, being crazy as hell, but that's the only homeless guy I've ever...
As far as crazy dudes go, he's a pretty cool crazy dude.
Yeah, he's not slashing your tires or nothing,
Well, yeah, that's a different brand of crazy, apparently.
Brand of crazy. That has an attorney somehow, so whatever.
Public defender, I believe, is the word.
I'm guessing as much.
Justice for Carl.
Justice for Carl.
So don't know what's going on. And I love how you refuse to tell the story.
Nope.
Eric the other night was like, is this another one of the things we can't talk about?
There's at least 3.
I know.
Special. It's a full-length special. We gotta get the good stuff.
I gotta get him on another podcast to get the stories out.
Listen, you got to wait for him to one day edit some videos. That's the more unlikely thing.
Yeah, probably.
So tell us, Dudes with Wrenches, with all your big success going from a measly 700 subscribers to 75,000, how many long-form content videos are you producing?
Like maybe once a month I try to get something out there. And the last month I put something out, I actually deleted it because I didn't like how it was going.
Yep. Way to capitalize on your success there, bud.
How is the fire hazard Fairlane? Is it still up on jack stands?
Yeah, it's been over a year now. We're really going to focus on, we had a project we were going to do this winter. And then we decided that's probably a lot of project, and I didn't get storage the way I wanted it. It went completely the other way, by the way. I have no storage. So,
in fact, things that would have been inside are now outside.
Definitely not outside. I cut down trees to make sure they would not land on things in the yard because I figured that's how my luck was going. There's lots of things parked in the yard now, which don't usually park in the yard. But they're
Yeah, and how long
covered.
before the county gives you a, gives you a
They're
hard time about
properly
that?
covered. I have the maximum amount of 7 cars under tarps for the size of my property. So that aren't on concrete, because there's a few more on concrete, so that's fine. We're up to 15 vehicles
Wait.
in the yard right now.
I was gonna say, wait, so you can have 7 off the concrete,
Yes, as long as they're covered.
As long as
and then
it's
the
covered.
other to get to 15
Yes,
is on the concrete.
correct.
So you can have as many as you can get on the concrete.
Yes,
Is that correct? Yeah.
And you can park as many on the street as you want, but I don't like parking them on the street.
Now,
So-
what if you were to get an outside lift and put one above the other?
I think that's legal.
I
As long
think
as they're
that's
licensed,
legal.
insured, and they can drive.
I feel like stackers are
Do
in
they
the
have to be
future.
licensed insured on when they're
Everywhere.
on your property?
Everywhere.
So all
Yeah.
15 you have licensed and insured.
Yeah,
Not insured.
'cause-
Don't tell the county. But they are
Wow.
licensed.
See, as long as we have our car on our
Oh,
property,
actually, no. They are insured. They're in storage insurance, so I'll take that back.
as
Oh,
long
yeah,
as we
so
have
that
our
counts.
car on our property, we do not have to license and insure it. As soon as it's on the street, it has to be licensed and
Nope.
insured.
If it's in the
That's
city,
rules up here.
Well, so that's the
Period.
thing. You're in city limits. I think you're talking. We're out in county.
Yeah, in
the
the county.
you can get to a bunch of shit.
No, even in town and city,
Even in
if
town.
it's parked on your driveway, doesn't have to be licensed and insured
oh,
up
it
here.
totally does here.
Wow.
It can't be in your dang garage if they can see it. Like,
Yeah.
it's that bad.
Well, the first part of the problem there is that they can see your garage from the street.
Yes, that is a problem for me.
That's where
But
you went
back,
wrong.
circling, what were we talking about? Fairlane?
God only knows how
I
we
don't know
got
where
here.
we tangented
Yeah.
off here. So,
yeah, we were playing with the
We were
Fairlane for a
going-
while.
to have a project that cannot be named. And that's actually
Ooh,
where I
I know
was
that
right
one.
before.
Hey, that's
I
another
came
one
here.
that I know that you guys can't know. In case you're keeping track.
So
Or
I went out and made that one winter ready, and it's all stored up now. So it was supposed to be this year's project. It's not happening. So the Fairlane is the project. So that one will get pulled in. We're going to get all new front suspension for it. It will be drivable, and we're planning
Right,
on
Midnight?
doing like some studded snow derby rally things with it if we can get it done sooner than later.
Nice.
Because
So
I think that'd be cool.
that doesn't.
And how's what is it, a Buick? What was it in your garage? A
I was
Buick
gonna,
or
that's what I
Olds?
was going to ask. Is that the
That's an
Impala?
Olds Omega, and that's a sore subject. We have a full long format video on that. That has not been made because of anger reasons, but it's there.
Oh, I'm just hitting all the sore points tonight.
Well, there's things you do for people that you shouldn't do just because they're a friend. But it's fine because it all worked out, and the car is going and driving, and people are happy with it.
Is it?
I'm gonna say that in the brand.
It's definitely Schrodinger's cat right there because it
Well,
left, and
it
you have
left.
no idea what's going on with it anymore.
It drove away, so
It got the tail light guarantee.
yeah, exactly. So I drove it once. It was sketch as hell. So I do know I don't love unibody 70 some Novas with drum brakes and more motor than what they can handle. And brakes that didn't work and handling that was as old as the car, and yeah, no.
So I didn't realize you concourse restored it.
Well, we made it run again, and that was about as much as could be done in the time and funds and things that were given. So,
When you say
Well,
make it
what I was
run
saying-
again, that motor that was in it was never going to run again.
oh no, that
No,
motor.
Not that one that was in it. No way.
Oh, no, that motor's junko. And I sold that to an even. Oh, let me tell you that story. So,
Oh, here's a story. I don't think I've heard this one, and we can all find out.
yeah, this one's easy. This is not part of nothing. So it was a 383 that was El Junkified by the previous owner because they were dumb. So
Yeah.
I took it out. We looked at it. We went, that's fixable, I guess, if you want to send it to a machine shop and spend more money than it's worth starting over and get that whole thing done. So I said, you know what? I could throw this away. I took it as a form of payment for the work. It's junk. I don't want it. So I put it online. And I said, $200, full 383 rotating assembly, block, heads. You can have it all. And then that got down to like 200 less. And
Did you?
I got
You saw that, right?
What?
Yeah.
Did my screen just?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's the Gremlins.
Oh,
Starnet.
okay. Skynet.
Starlink, Skynet, robots. So, Sky robots.
Floor robots.
Robots. Dudes with robots here.
Star Fox. That's
welcome to the apocalypse.
I had about 20 people wanting this motor. I was very upfront with the fact that it needs a ton of machine work to make it right. The rotating assembly is worth money because it was a full 383 balanced rotating kit. So, I mean, it was all ARP bolts. It was all Eagle everything. I mean, it was a $3,000 rotating assembly. But it needs machine work. Like, it's junk. So,
Yeah.
you can do that. It's cheaper than buying it new and starting over.
Yep.
Not my cup of tea. I don't care.
Starlink.
Back and forth. All these people wanting to trade me this, trade me that, not wanting to give me the amount of money. I don't care. This is how much it's cost. I'll scrap the thing. I don't care. This guy shows up at 9 o'clock at night, says, "Can I come get it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if you want to come get it, I'm here." You know, I get my Craigslist security plan in my pocket, and money back guarantee. There's 9 more in there if you can't hit him with the first one.
Oh, you're one of those states.
Yeah. So he shows up and he's coming but down the hill from my house. And my house kind of sits in a little nook. And I hear him coming just whop, whop, whop. I'm like, wow, sounds like a stick. And he comes over the top of the hill and he screams by my house and locks up the tires and comes to a slide and stop with his truck. And I'm just like, ooh, this is going to be fun. So he backs up, parks in front of my house, and he gets out and I'm like, hey, it's in the lower garage. You got to go down and around and second driveway, bud.
Yeah.
He walks right up to me and he just forces the money on me. Like, here's the money. And I'm just like,
can't say no.
Like,
you can't say no now that you have the money.
Like, I guess it's down there. So he goes down there and it's dark. So my engine hoist is sitting off to the side and the engine's sitting there. And he's like, oh, it's pretty heavy looking. I mean, I'm like, there's an engine hoist right there, bud. We'll load it right up. No big deal. He looks all over. There's rust in the cylinders. I'm like, that needs machine work. He's like, all right, telling me this story about a truck motor, and I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, let's load this up. So he goes over and he grabs his tailgate, and it kind of goes kabang and falls down. He's like, yeah, I would have been here sooner, but I was trying to get this tailgate on this truck. Now, mind you, this is a 94 Ford F-250 460 4-speed truck. Stinted cab, spray foam everywhere, painted chrome.
Nice.
And,
Nice.
yeah, he has no straps to tie this motor down. He has no tire to put it on. He has nothing. So I'm like, hey, let me go grab you a strap and an old tire. I got a couple. It's fine. No big deal. We load it up in there with the engine hoist. He's trying to strap it down, figure it out. I'm like, just strap it right here. It's, it's how trucks work. So he's just telling me all these things. He's like a 20-some-year-old. And I'm just like, wow, the youth is dumb. That's cool. So then he's dicking around with this tailgate because now he can't get it to latch. He's like, I just got it to go on there. I don't know what's going on. The whole time the truck's running. I don't think the truck restarts because he hasn't shut it off at any point during this process. And I'm like, man, it sounds aggressive, but I don't think it's right. So he kind of goes up my driveway. Every time he tries backing up, he keeps dumping the clutch too much or it's slipping the clutch. I don't know what he was doing, but he kept doing burnouts all over my driveway and like apologizing for it. And I'm just like, it's fine. It's not the first one. So when he goes up out of my second driveway, you got to turn hard left to get back on the street. So he hard lefts over the curb and just kind of boom, 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 boom. And then he just grabs the gears, just and just hear him burning out. And I just hear this crash. And I'm like,
the engine falls out.
Like, oh no. So I go up there and I'm like,
the tailgate's gone.
Tailgate's gone. He's up at the top of the hill and the tailgate's at the bottom of the hill. And I'm just like, that's a problem. And that's when I just walked inside and shut off the lights. I was like, have fun.
A whole lot not my problem.
Stayed in the bed?
It did because of my strap and my tire.
But had you not given him that.
Yeah, that would have been a whole different situation.
Then it would have been a whole like, that does look heavy. You better get on that.
I don't know how you're going to do that. Door closes.
Your girlfriend on the path. She looks like she's on Twitter this whole time. I don't know.
A couple hours later, you wheel down there with the engine hoist, bring it back, and put it for sale again.
Yeah, when he leaves.
And the other part is, so I greased all this stuff down with 80-90. Everything got covered in 80-90 just to keep it from flash rusting. I didn't want nothing getting rusty. So I put some good 80-90, absorb it in there. It's on the crank. It's on the pistons. It's on everything. He put the block in the back of the truck. He put all that stuff on the back seat of the extended cab. And I'm just like, man, that interior is going to be mint. I'm just like, you're not getting that 80-90 smell out of there ever. So
That's
good. And then he tells me, he's like, yeah, I don't have anywhere to build any of this stuff. My truck's been out of commission for like 3 years because I burned the 383 up in it. And I just need all the parts to make my motor right. And I'm going to build it in my kitchen this summer. And I don't care what my girlfriend says. And I'm like, well, good luck. I hope you have an engine stand. It's not just being built on the kitchen table or something.
Oh no,
it
that's
is.
definitely a kitchen table job, bud.
Oh yeah,
I
that
mean,
sounds like a kitchen table. Yep.
Right
Yeah.
next to the dishwasher where he washes off all the.
All the parts,
well, that's the part. You mean the parts washer?
The
parts washer, yes.
Yeah. Duh.
So have you ever had a normal interaction with people, dudes?
Here,
Not
you
very
make a point.
often. It gets pretty thick around here. I don't know.
It's just like every time you've got a story that is pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't all involve methamphetamines either. Which you would think.
And the worst part is, like, I try to explain to people all the time, like, I wish I could just live this normal life where stories didn't exist. And it was like,
No,
'cause
you
I'll
don't.
have people call me and they'll
No,
be
you
like,
don't.
that's bullshit. That never happened. I'll be like, I wish. You think I have the time to make this shit up? Like, I just, like, if you want, I'll give them your number. They can come hang out with you. I mean, you can figure out these are real life people.
Cletus just telling me a story about that group of people that started the fight in a street.
Yeah.
We were on the line for that. Yeah.
Yes.
But there's a lot of history that goes to those people.
My
Yeah.
neighbors are currently gone now and their house is abandoned. And I'm thinking it's some kind of probate because the old man died. So across the street has been no more crazy people. And I am very happy about that because up until they left, got pretty thick. So it was just a whole lot of like any time of day, a lot of yelling going on over there, a couple fisticuff actions, revving up trucks, ripping stuff out, just a lot of debauchery over there. It was a good time.
So I can
I
see
mean, a lot
now,
of
dude's
methamphetamines.
next adventure is going to be a best-selling novel of story time with dudes.
Ooh,
me and my
that's a good
brother-in-law,
one.
one of my
I'm still
dudes.
trying to get a Tri-5 out of you.
Well, maybe. I'm in this weird mood to like get rid of stuff right now, and
I'm gonna say all you gotta do is wave a fucking, what was the wagon you need?
I need a '67 Galaxy wagon to cover the
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, if you wave one of those, he might part with a lot of things at this point.
I might,
Okay, good to know.
because then I'll have the box set, and I'll be like, "Look at me! I own more Galaxies than I ever thought I would in every flavor."
You would have, the full set. I have
Yeah,
them
I'd
all.
have a 2-door, a 4-door hardtop, a convertible, and a wagon.
Because I know I could just come down there, visit you, grab one of the engines you have, put it together, drop it in a Tri-5, and drive it back.
Me and Wasted have had this discussion.
We have talked about this.
Yeah, we have.
I think it's a
Roadkill.
great idea. I have, but I'm gonna at the first time I will Jeremy Clarkson you, and like I said, and just get on the next airplane, and I'll meet you wherever you get to with that.
So
pile
we
of
originally
junk.
talked about Tri-5s, but then the issue was once we drive said Tri-5 to Oregon from Iowa, what do
Yeah.
you do with it? So then that turned into a long-term plan of like, I own square body Chevy pickups, and we could totally dirt fish a square body Chevy pickup in Oregon. So
Oh yeah, I have
You
the
know.
trails for it. Perfect.
yeah,
That'd be a good idea too, yeah.
So
just
we
fly
all
in,
meet. We all
build a
meet
square
and-
body Chevy, and drive that thing to Oregon. Beat the crap out of it. If it doesn't make it back, well,
I'm down for
Yeah, you
everybody
can even
else
set
has
it
a
up-
more
you
valuable
can just-
square body.
You can even set it up where we, people could fly. You meet somebody along the way and trade out people. Like if somebody couldn't time or something. Okay, is my screen messing up for anybody else, or is it just me?
Oh, a little bit. Not too bad.
Because on mine it looks like I'm at a rave.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I haven't
No,
noticed.
it's just you freezing occasionally, but it's not like
Okay, because on mine I'm getting like the camera's phasing in and out of.
no, that's not here.
Well, it's just freezing once in a while. But
Okay, so I'm finding
there was a
when mine's
fellow
doing
on
it
earlier
different.
talking about getting an '08 Corvette. And
Oh,
if the
yeah?
body's not in good shape, I think we could take the LS style engine and throw that in a square body and drive that back. Because there's a lot of folks that like did a lot of labor for him. I think he owes us.
Just gonna take that
I
car.
I
off
don't
your hands.
know. I don't know if that I he can get that deal for
If he can
What's
get that deal, he's
yeah.
What's the LS that comes in like a 2015 Chevy 6 point something?
2.
6.2.
6.2.
It
Yeah,
should be the
Not the
same one
6
that's
liter.
in my. No, it's what replaced the 6 liter.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
6.2.
Yep.
That's what's in my Yukon is a 6.2.
I will tell you this, sir. I heard a story today about the indestructibility of LS motors that made me go, "What?" Like, yeah, we just pushed the valves back up through the spark plug holes and tightened them down in center.
what?
Yeah, I was like,
Say
can't do
what?
that. Yeah,
Push
mean,
the
is it
valves
still-
back up through the spark plug holes?
stuck a hook in the spark plug hole and pushed the valve back up and tied it back down because it had fallen.
Because it broke a spring.
It broke a spring then. Yeah.
Yep.
So they just put a new spring on it and sent it, and everything was fine.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if it worked.
Like, had been driving it with the valve just
Get
So
banging around.
my motor had two that did that, and it was okay. That wasn't the death sentence for my motor. It was the main bearing cap on backwards and things like that.
Here's the best part. So what's that problem you had with the lifters locking up that you had that video of?
Yeah.
Eric?
That was Eric.
Yeah, the AFM or
delete.
DOD. Yeah.
Yeah, so it had something to do with that,
Yeah.
and it bent push rods and broke springs and dropped valves,
So
and they
how
just
did
kind
they
of took it
unbend?
apart. They just kind of put them in a vise and
I mean, I feel like this motor was running after this. Correct? You saw it.
The motor
running? You
was
heard of it running.
when it started this problem, through this problem, and then that's how they fixed it to then put it on a trailer, drive it out of the city to another dealership, and trade it on another truck.
Well, that's what you want to do with that.
Okay, that sounds. What's up, Destroyer?
And the worst part is the
Well,
dealership's
Go on.
like, hey, it's got a little bit of a tick, but they have that. It's not a big deal.
They do.
I
They
mean,
do.
yeah,
Gave
that's
them-
They
true.
do, but it's usually the piston slap tick is what it is.
That's how good a job they put this thing back together with all of its broken ass parts.
Wow.
I feel like I can't even be angry at him because it was still running. I feel like it's a testament to something.
Yeah, I feel it's like, well, it's got to mean something.
I don't know what.
Now, the deal they got, I don't know how great it was. So it was a 2015 Chevy pickup with a 6.2, fully loaded. They traded it the same day they broke it. Like, put it on a trailer, drove it up to this other place, took it off the trailer, drove it 2 blocks down to the dealership. Like, hey, we drove this here from Timbuktu.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you it's on a trailer. And they traded it in straight across for a 2021 F-150 and only had to pay $4,000.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now this was a base F-150, like 3.7 total.
Still, but it has a motor that's not going to blow up here. in a couple
They were
Right.
just kind of like, we just needed less truck because the other one was like 2500 HD, and I was like, wow, that's an interesting story. You didn't leave them with your phone number, did you?
Right.
yeah. Well, I feel like after the deal's signed, they just have to be like, that sucks.
Like, we don't come to this dealership anymore. Weird.
We don't go to that state anymore. What are you talking about?
But you have free oil changes.
Well, they're gonna need some free oil changes on that one.
Oh
Here, if you
man.
just scrub out the metal bits every 1,000 miles, it'll be fine.
That's you need one of those big screens. That's what you need.
So
Everyone
I didn't
knows
realize
that.
until our company bought a few of them because, buying expensive stuff is what we do. They sell F-150s that are mobile generators,
Yep.
Yeah.
full mobile generator rig. Like, it just plugs into the back. And so we bought a bunch of these because they were the only thing they had that was available that day.
Well, And you're a power company, so I mean,
No, that's the best part. We gave it to guys that'll never utilize it as a generator. It's awesome.
Oh,
But here's the fun part. So there's a button that opens the gas cap door. Like, boop, hey, look, it's got a button. You know, we remember these things from the 90s so people didn't steal your gas on your half electric truck. There was a string hanging out of the inner fender, and I'm like, what's that string? And they're like, I don't know. It must be something to peel off the special plastic that's all over the truck because it came brand new. You pull on it from the inside, and it pops open the gas door. And I'm like,
I was waiting for you to say tampon.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you're driving an electric F-150. You probably have that somewhere.
He's got it. This guy right here has got a point. Yeah.
Yep.
Car Mob, what's up, brother? How you doing? Thanks for coming over.
Mobster.
Mobster in the house. Yeah, no, we're just hanging
Well,
out. How you been?
That's the big Ford advertisement now. Didn't you see where they all go into the mountains with their F-150 and they plug everything in and they're playing their guitars and everything?
Where do you see commercials?
You haven't seen those?
But no, honestly, like, I don't ever see commercials for anything productive anymore. Like, it's just whatever I've said in the last hour, usually.
Oh, yeah,
it's a YouTube commercial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see them now because I'm saying F-150 a lot. But like usually it's like
cat food.
Yeah, versus steel buildings, because I look them up all the time, and like every commercial I see is like, "Do you want to buy a Versatube steel building?" I'm like, "Kinda, but not really." You keep showing it to me; it's expensive as shit.
I don't want to pay what you want for
I
it.
can't afford it though.
Yeah,
exactly. Remember when you guys used to be affordable, and then you got too big for your own britches, and now everything's $10,000 more than it used to be? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
What you got to do
Just
is you got to
because-
wait until someone buys one and then doesn't pick it up, and then they sell it at a discount, and you keep talking them down.
I've been doing a lot of online auctions for that exact thing, but then you got to go pick up this whole building some random place, and then you have to do all that math, and it's not very affordable.
No, it's not. But no, if you go to the actual steel building, they'll have stuff that people haven't picked up, but they've taken the deposit on.
Well,
And
the
they just want
closest
to put
one
it out.
shipping.
I've thought about that. The closest one to me is Kansas City, so
Okay.
it's a pretty good drive to get to their outlet store. Let's call it that, discount store.
They don't deliver it.
They would, but I think they're gonna just be like, "Oh, we'll take off this amount, but we'll add this amount back for delivery for sure."
CP, what is up,
Hey,
brother?
CP.
How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Hey, do you guys? You're in Canada now, definitely.
Yeah.
You have a lot of hoop
It's
buildings
there
with fabric
before.
on them up there. Do those hold up in Canada?
It depends. It depends on the quality of the building. Now, I have one that I have to set up, and I bought it at an auction.
Yep,
It's,
I've been looking at them at auctions. They're on there
30
a while.
by 85 feet, but there's different qualities. So you got to look at how there's the rating on the fabric.
Yes.
And
So these all say rated for Canada, and I don't know if that means anything.
I wouldn't go by that. I would actually look at the actual number that they give
Rated
on
for
fabric
Canada.
and do a little research. But the real high quality ones, they'll last for years if they're set up right.
So like the one
we're
says rated for Canada, fabric good for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, 10, some will get up to 15, 20 years if the fabric's the good fabric. If it's not, if it's the cheap stuff, you're looking at 2 years and then it's done.
Here's my theory.
Destroyers
idea.
in the Matrix.
You get
over
like
there.
a 20 by 40 one of these, and it'll come with 10 hoops or 5 hoops or whatever it says.
Double
You
them
can
up.
buy 2 kits on an auction and double up your hoops for the same size with double the hoops. And then my idea was to take like pro rib steel.
I was thinking that same thing.
Go
yep.
over the whole thing.
I thought you were going to move your head to the
Well, the
just
one,
side
the
just
one
a
I bought
little
was 30 by 85.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I got
That
a good
is big.
size one, and I paid $2,500 for it.
Yeah.
At the auction, and so there's going to be a
2,500
video
Canadian?
on it, but not till I actually, I think
That's
it's
not
supposed
bad
Well,
at all.
No,
The
it's
ones
cheap,
I was
right?
looking at were like 20
Yeah.
by 40, and I could get them for $1,000.
That's not terrible either.
So
It's not bad.
I just wonder
part of the
if it
video
will
done.
hold up.
But I'm waiting till I can set the ground up and put the posts in and all that. That'll be the other part of the video, and then all the cars are going in it.
Military grade.
Military grade. Oh,
Yeah.
oof.
I always. Ooh.
Military grade. So lowest bidder. Cool.
Yeah,
But
and not.
there's if you look at the construction of the hoops, that's where the strength is, and
Yeah.
you'll see that the ones that are really strong, they have a solid pole for their cross bracing.
Yep.
And the ones that are the cheaper design, they have it's a pole, but then it gets flattened out to bolt to the, and that's a
Oh.
weak link.
Yep.
Because as soon as they do that, you've created a weak spot where it can flex.
Yep.
And that's
Well, that was
where,
my idea. If you could put all the steel on it and just add angle wherever to make it stronger, it's still cheaper than buying a Versa steel.
absolutely. And so that's kind of my plan too. Is I'll put the fabric up until as long as it lasts, and then you can get it recovered with the better fabric. So that gives you a little bit of time to save up and just buy a new canvas, and they make them up here. You can go buy it a couple hours away, and then it's good as long as you don't bend the structure, right?
Yeah.
Throw the extra weight on it; it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Just add more metal. I learned that from that guy right there. If you just add more metal, it's strong.
Metal, it's stronger. It's more metal.
Yeah. There's no metal there. It's all weld.
But you're not wrong, because the metal does act to stiffen it up, right? The canvas does too, but the metal will stiffen up the structure. What is going? Oh, I see what's going on.
Mid conversation. Whoa. Hey.
Hey, if it's a birthday party, I gotta bring something.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
You're stiffening things up, right?
Did you? Did you make it 75K?
I don't know. No, I'm not there yet.
What are you, like 10 off?
You gotta be
Like
close.
30. I didn't think I was there yet.
Let's see here.
I don't know about me there, CP, but
There you go. Get one over there. Ricky M, how's it going?
Those are some glorious mountains you have behind you.
Who, me?
head for
Not
the
you.
mountains. And
Go off the worries.
Here.
Oh, the mystical peaks.
Oh, jeez. What, me? Yeah, me.
Oh, I'm used to the mount. I got mountains behind me out the windows, but you can't
I'm
see because
sure.
it's dark. That's why I was really confused what you were talking about.
Just thinking about your mountains.
Just slow over here. Don't worry about that.
It's because the mountains.
That happens the older you get.
You will have that. Yeah, that's the thing.
Is it though?
Yeah. It's called getting
When I get
man.
older, I'm gonna bid tree jobs that take me 3 months and like way more money than what they were.
Yeah, I just
That's
am not
awful.
gonna-
Everyone needs a hobby.
See, I'm not the only one that deals with the crazy people of the world. I mean, Eric has just as many crazy people over there.
I got
Yeah,
a
in fact,
couple
he's holding
stories.
out. Holding out
Hey,
on the
Jared.
crazy.
We got 2 Erics now.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
An Eric down there too.
Oh yeah, Ricky, appreciate it. Yeah, we're it's East Coast or West Coast for most of us over here.
Is
Yeah, I
it
like
though?
that better because now you're on my time.
Yep.
Oh, is Mongo's West Coast time too?
Pretty close. Like I'm in Alberta, and the next province over is BC, so I'm mountain time.
Well, is it which Eric? It's the Eric.
I'm right above Montana.
Okay, there you go.
815.
Gotta give me a point of
815.
American reference, my friend.
Above Montana.
Like I can draw lines up into Canada, but it's all Canada to me.
Fair enough.
Yep. I'm lost after Toronto.
Well, let's see. I am about 8 hours from Billings.
Billings, Montana. Okay. That's not terrible. I mean, if you want to go to
It's
Billings,
those.
Montana,
It's those eyes, CP. It's definitely the eyes.
it's thrown out
It's that
the
sweet ass merch he's wearing.
Yeah, that too.
What is KO1's? What is that?
What are we looking at?
His
Hey,
shirt.
what are you?
Oh, Cots,
Oh,
King of the Streets.
Oh, Cots. I thought it was a 1. Here's my eyes.
oh, it's got the string going through there too. I can see how that might mess you up.
All right, things.
That's a horrible name. Cots? What? That's way too close to other synonyms.
So, Aaron, did you make
I
it
was
to the
wondering.
Danger Ranger?
Let's just call it Cots. That's a great name.
What's that, Mongrels?
Did you make it to the Danger Ranger?
I submitted and was accepted, and the timeline was too aggressive, and I couldn't get it
Oh.
in time, so I ended up backing out.
Oh, that sucks.
That
Oh,
sucks.
But yeah, I was in it. I got approved and everything.
how did you have to go about doing that?
Submit pictures online was pretty much all you had to do. So I went to Craigslist, found one for sale, took the pictures, submitted them, and then
But you
was
didn't
gonna go
have
pick
it?
it up. I didn't have it, no.
Oh.
You'd have to haul it all the way to Florida.
That was another thing that I was
Hey.
getting a little worried on too. Was,
Yeah, Illinois to Florida is not a short trip.
No, and it's not
Yeah.
very cheap.
with a
Would've been-
trailer. and
Would have been
then-
really cool though if you drove it there.
Then you got the hotels fees, and you got to buy the Ranger, got to put a cage in it,
Yeah,
got to get it all ready, drive down there,
that
hotel,
doesn't sound
drive
cheap at
back.
all.
Yeah, I was real excited for it, and then it hit me, and I'm like, holy cow, this is going to be expensive, and there's like 6 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's where you fly
That's
down,
right.
buy one in Florida, and
It's
then pay to have all of it done. Hopefully, it runs good enough to drive it around Florida.
Well,
Race
And
it,
an
give it to somebody,
Airbnb.
take a taxi to the plane, and get out of there.
There's a guy from my area that's been in it the last 2 years, and he finished fourth the first year and third this year.
Hey, Brailsford,
And
what's up, brother?
he takes it from here all the way down there, and
Huh.
he said it's not cheap, but he actually drives his. His is plated and everything, and drives it around here.
And then puts it in that race.
Yeah, I didn't see this race, but
don't
I know
have
he had a
to
little
wreck
bit of
it.
damage.
Really?
Okay, you think it's up to you who's wrecking who in that shit show?
I mean,
No,
if
that's-
you're in the back of the pack, you don't got to really be a part of nothing there.
Until the back of the pack is now the front of the pack because it's not a very
I
big
hear it works
racetrack.
like video games, and you can just
You
ride.
just
the
ride
wall.
the yeah.
Glory.
I've seen that. I have seen that.
That's probably
Speaking
what I
of
would
riding
do.
the wall, what's up, CP? That's the
Hey,
quietest
how's it
I've
going,
ever
fellas?
heard you be.
I know.
I know. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm trying not to be so forward. I get so excited, but a couple people have been chiming about how it's like I'm a hostile takeover when I get on their stream. So I mean, really, it's just me being excited to see everybody and saying hi. You know,
You can hostily
But
take me over.
I have a question. How many
Any-
times have you
any
turned
day
that
of the
leaf
week.
over, CP?
what's that?
Turning over
How
that
many times
seven
have you
leaf
now
over.
turned the leaf over?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm an excitable guy. That's all there is to it. When I show up, I
That's
get
part of your
excited.
charm.
Hey, you know how
Yeah.
the puppy is when you come in the house and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, I'm just some people can't handle
Just
that
don't
though.
pee on the
I mean-
floor.
He'll stop
Yeah,
when
you
he's
got to put them in their
finished.
place every once in a while. You just got. Oh, sorry.
Yep. And you guys, I gotta say, you guys are all looking good. I miss you guys. I feel like it's been forever since.
It actually
you know.
has been.
Well, I know everybody's been busy, so that's good. You know, which is. But
I need to go
we,
fix this.
missed those streams. I was surprised. I just randomly hopped on. I just got in the house. I'm frozen and my back's broken because it's that cold weather is just. I'm not ready for it.
Did you guys
Yeah.
get snow there today? I thought I heard of that from somebody.
Birthday up there,
Did you
wait.
not
Come
tell
on,
me
man.
you
That's
didn't
got a
get
hole in
snow?
it. Drink up,
I
buddy.
I've got to go fix it.
Well, that's part
Tell
of the
me
reason
you didn't get snow there, dudes.
Oh no, we did. We got about half inch.
Oh, that's what we got.
a
Yeah.
little snow here too. I sent the story of the video.
I'm not even listen. I had one guy that commented on that. I posted the picture. One guy commented. He's like, "Listen, Minnesota, we got a foot already." And I was like, "This wasn't a dick sizing competition, okay?" I was
Not ready for it.
I was like, if it was, then maybe you should talk to the people in Canada because they're laughing at your foot of snow. When they've already got feet. They're measuring in feet, not
I was gonna
1
say,
foot.
I could take you up to like 6,000 feet and take you to 3 or 4 feet of snow if you wanted
Yeah.
to, go on a trip. But
Exactly, Fox. Got a half meter of snow up here.
Yeah, and this is about normal for us in Iowa to get snow in mid-November. It's not uncommon. We've had a really warm season so far. I mean, we had multiple 70-degree days, which was unheard of. I mean, there's actually days where I remember hearing people say, clear down south.
You can
Yeah.
see this.
Look at that. Ridiculous. Why do you guys live there? I don't understand it.
I know it's
I mean,
too
I
much
remember-
snow once it converts to metric. So
I remember one winter that it was
how that
was
works?
like that down here. And we were complaining, and a couple of people, of course, social media wasn't relevant. This was back in
2009.
early 2000s, I think, and social media was not as relevant. But I know that there was people that were from Canada and are like, you guys are just a bunch of pansies. Like, you know,
2009, our mall's roof collapsed because of too much snow.
yeah, it might have been then. It might have been right about that time. I remember it was like panic, pure craziness here. And like people were driving around with 2 feet of snow on their roof, and people from Canada are like, you guys are idiots.
That's like when Texas had their freeze.
Oh
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We're sitting there, dude. That's a Sunday.
Oh,
You know?
trust me. we were the same here because we deal with a lot of ice. I will say that's the one bad thing that we have versus up north. Like the snow today was really wet and heavy, so you can't take your leaf blower out. When you get a light snow, you know, you can take your leaf blower and blow it off. Where this was heavy, like a half inch of heavy snow, so it's just that wet crap, and that's the worst kind of snow.
Yeah, but you guys get it even worse with that ice because that's worse than what we get. Because you don't know it's icy all the time. And you just it's sheer ice and boom, you're losing it. And you don't have any snow for the traction or anything. At least we get the dump of snow. We got ice, but the snow gets on top of it. It still gives you some traction.
I remember when I was driving truck, guys would always say it's better to go north than south because at least when you go north, most of the times it's just snow, and it's kind of the snow seems like it has more traction when you get snow. But when you get ice, when you have that ice underneath it, forget about it. It's terrible.
The only thing worse is when it gets slushy.
Yeah.
Because
and then
that'll
freezes.
just pull you right into the ditch.
Yeah.
Gets slushy, builds a berm, then that freezes, and now you have these frozen tracks that you're cutting through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You just did a slide going to what is it, the luge?
But that's something we get once in a while is we get the snow melts because we get the Chinooks, and then it gets cold at night and it freezes again. And then it does that a few times, and you get a nice skating rink up here.
Oh, yeah.
When I lived over in Davenport, Iowa, they didn't plow the street in front of my house because it was a secondary plow route. So when it would snow a lot, it wouldn't get plowed for like weeks. And then it would thaw, and there was no gutters, so I had nowhere to go. So it would run off to the curbs, and then it would freeze. So then you had this like bowl of just frozen stuff on the sides, and then it would thin out in the center where there'd be some car tracks. So when you come down the street to go up into your driveway, it'd just be like, da, 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 da. You just try to jump over the berm and kick it sideways, and it's like, come on, get in the driveway.
Destroyers down there like, you guys are idiots. You guys live in that stuff.
Hey, I grew up in Illinois. I grew up in Illinois, and I lived on a farm. We had a 1.5 mile driveway, so I understand what they're talking about when they plowed the end of the driveway, and you're like, come on.
Well, that's I always try to fix that. You live where you live.
Yeah, exactly. You fix that problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I drive up until I see snow and go, look, kids, there's snow. And we turn around and go home and go swimming.
You don't have to drive that far. You
So
just
jealous.
drive up to, where is it, Prescott or something like that. They get snow once in a while.
You looking to adopt anybody? Got a room for rent or anything? Because I'm good to go for about 3 months.
Always, brother. Always.
I would leave for 3 months right now.
Come back when it thaws out.
Oh, I'm definitely I'm to that point to where I would love to leave this place. December, January, and February, I don't want to be here. I can handle November and March, but December, January, and February, miserable here.
Well, that's
not miserable.
Where I just that's what my parents do is usually first snowflake flies, they're gone. They're south, you know.
I was winterizing a car before we got on this live at 6 o'clock tonight in the dark, in the cold. And when we pulled the antifreeze off, we went, what antifreeze?
Thanks,
Great,
Chuck.
we checked
Appreciate
this
it, brother.
thing because it looks like mud water in here. And we ran the old tester and went, it doesn't even test for 0. So then we sat out there and we're like, well, unhook a hose and let her go because we're going to need to take some of this mud water out and add some straight antifreeze. So do that for like an hour because screwing around in the cold, getting burned.
Wait a second, dude. You have 900 cars. So how do you have to do that every year, or is this?
No, we usually keep on top of them, but we bought one this year that wasn't from here, so we're like, we should probably go check that car. And we did.
Yeah,
and
really,
like,
Brailsford?
Yeah, nobody put antifreeze
Holy
in this
shit.
ever. So.
Oh no! Is this your
party
birthday?
time over there.
It's totally his birthday.
It's Wace's happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, that's why we don't normally do Tuesdays or anything, but it was my actual birthday, and I was like, we'll do a live.
No, he turned 28 this year.
No, 30. No, I'm 39.
That's nice of you, dude.
I had to think about that for way longer than I probably should have needed to.
Catching up to me.
Good one comes next year.
Catching up to
That's
us.
the big one.
He's doing what any good 28-year-old is doing these days. He sits at home. He plays video games. He plays on his computer.
Those are all true statements.
I've been seeing a lot of side-by-side videos, so
there is a lot of that as well. That's my new therapy. I love that stupid thing. I have a problem with tires. I'm on my second set of new back tires. That machine only has 1,300 miles on it.
You poking holes in the sidewalls?
I poked a hole the size of 3 fingers in the flat of one, and this next set has nubs that are just an itty bitty little bit left. The back tires, they do a bit of spinning. I may be a bit of a.
I must have heard that wrong.
Heavy on the foot.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. I had a buddy that was scared of heights. He came in for the weekend, and so I, of course, took him drifting on mountain cliffs where I was hanging him off the side.
See that
the whole time. Yeah.
Roll down there.
There's a couple of spots where I can dip the rear tire off the cliff and then do the thing. I have a lot of fun. There's some trails that are just so perfect for drifting on a 2-wheel drive basis, in the dirt gravel. It's wild. And then there's some trails that are just riverbeds that I'm like, where is this?
Where did you find my picture of my girlfriend?
I'm say.
I'm hanging out with Chevy guys. I gotta go Chevy here, don't I?
All right, fellas.
You're not with Chevy guys.
I'm gonna jump off here. Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
brother.
Wasted.
Hey, I appreciate it, Eric. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know when you guys get back together. I'll jump on.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't really talked about what we're gonna. We'd like to start doing some lives more. I keep telling dudes we need to do an alternating thing, kind of like some of the other channels have done.
Yeah.
But he still is. I don't know. We need to hashtag free dudes with wrenches or something like that. For
Just
get a hold of his guy.
Concept for what? 2 years.
Gonna have to do a
now?
100K party here for a minute.
Call his agent.
Seriously, yeah. Yeah, can we do? Is that what we can do, dudes? Once you hit 75,000, will you do a live? Is that the thing?
He's gonna hit 75,000 tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Eric, how's it going, brother?
See you, Eric.
Be good, Eric.
What's up, Corey? How's it going?
Well, you're not wrong. We're only 8 away now.
Yeah. That's why I said 70. I was like, dude, come on. Are you kidding me?
Here's what happens. Anytime you get to those numbers, and I don't know why it does this, you'll get to like 8 away, and then all of a sudden it'll stall out for like an hour. And then and then after an hour, all of a sudden it'll be like, hey, 75,100. It's like, no. You took away the 000 because you're doing something that you're not letting me see.
That's why you don't watch those numbers and you just assume they're already to the next ones. Because listen, I know I'm not nowhere near the subscriber count you are, but I have been paying attention to this long enough now that I don't even watch that number anymore because it'll frustrate you. And that's
I like 75,000. That would be a cool screenshot. Like boom, 75,000.
Yeah,
but I'll never get that.
Stalls out for an hour. When I watch my number count, it stalls out for a month, and then
yeah, that's YouTube things. I don't know what's.
I think they're doing some kind of check. They're like, we gotta make sure this is all.
They're weird. I don't.
Well, who knows?
There is no algorithm. I'll tell you that much. I've gotten videos with 1,500, 2,000 likes on them.
Brother.
That's all BS. I've gotten videos with 500 comments. That's all BS. I don't believe any of it anymore.
Oh, no. Me and him have had this discussion recently.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors, and they broke the mirrors, and they've definitely blown the smoke up somewhere.
So that's a bunch of people that have gotten together and they've talked about it until they made themselves feel good about those things. And
until they give you a person. Yeah, that even gets better.
Yeah.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah.
Oh, he did it.
I did it. No.
Made a post like a month ago before asking his fan. Oh yeah, wanted to do a.
Yep, they did,
Yeah.
but dudes doesn't listen to anyone but dudes.
Yeah.
Really?
The problem
kidding
is
me.
dudes doesn't remember what dudes in his head he's listening to this week, and that's where the problem be.
Depressed dudes, excited dudes. Just...
Well, you probably got so much stuff going on that's why you forget about it.
Well, you know,
no,
the
he's
worst
got
part
dudes
is,
for things.
I got dudes for things because I don't want to do things. But I've got to the point now where I got so many things I have to do before winter.
Right.
The priority of doing YouTube has gone completely out the window. So it is left a lackluster, like things I should be doing definitely, but aren't getting done.
Hey, you know what though?
You're at
That's the way it should be though. Honestly, because if you don't care, the more success you're gonna have. I'll be honest with you. I feel like that's
Yes
You know
and
what?
yes
I
and
haven't
no.
done anything in probably a month, and then my channel just starts growing again, and I'm like, oh, whatever.
Well, I mean,
it has no rhyme or reason.
well, and I know what Waste is about to say, but what I'm saying by that is, I mean, make good content, but don't care about everything else. Don't care about the algorithm.
Don't chase the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, make
chase
your content. Yes.
Yeah, don't chase the carrot. Let the carrot chase you.
Yep.
You know.
Well, if you're sitting on YouTube trying to figure out the algorithm, and that's your whole purpose, I think you're on YouTube for the wrong reason.
Absolutely, 100%.
You nailed it, right?
Yep.
It's exactly what you said. You originally came here to make content, so make your content.
So I got invited into this thing and then offered a partner manager. So I have a lady I can ask questions to now and have her critique my channel and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, whatever, that's fine. But then you go to these meetings where all these other people are there and then they ask questions and you just go, what? How are you where you're at right now? And you're asking questions like that. Like the one guy's like, well, how do I talk to my partner manager? And they're like, how did you get to this meeting? And he's like, well, I got an email from this lady. That's your partner manager. And he's like, well, this is just ridiculous. And like gets off the thing. And I'm just like looking him up. Like, that dude has like 300,000 subscribers. Like what? Wow. He doesn't know how to do things? Like how does he get there?
Probably me.
Dude, I mean, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that don't know how to do. I mean, that's the biggest problem.
Did he have? Sorry, go ahead and apologize.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You haven't
saying, did he have did he have one of those things that's behind Eric in the background of all of his videos to help him grow quickly?
A lot of them were gaming channels, so maybe that's just a huge subscriber load that just. And these guys, like, they were asking questions where it's like, you can go look that up. Why are you asking?
Yeah, they actually made a video about all of these things. You know, you would think you'd watch that before you come to this.
Like anybody that watches like something like vidIQ and is like, man, this is all just everybody knows this. And then you meet these people, you're like, no, they don't.
Hey, I gotta hop out, guys. Sorry, I know I've only been here for a minute, but I tricked Sublime into going live after my live, so I owe it to him to hop into his.
No problem.
Good seeing you for a second.
All right, but I wanted to say hi, guys. It was good seeing you guys. I'll chat with you later.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Hey, let's circle back around to you having 3 fingers worth in it and only having the nub.
Oh wow!
So I put a hole in a tire that was a big one, and then the new tires only have a bit of nub left. That's the long and the short of it.
So that's actually something I want to touch on too, because when you're talking about gaping holes, there's actually a guy here in town who now has a YouTube channel. His name's Ron, and he has a YouTube channel called Misfit Toys.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ron's gaping hole. I was going to be like,
heard that name before.
Yeah, he's here in Iowa, but he's in southern Iowa. But he's actually fixed tires and sidewalls for years because he bought a vulcanizer. And he just did a great video on fixing these. And so when you were talking about tires, I was thinking about you right away. If you have a lot of sidewall tire punctures, I watched another person do a video, and that's that 65 Ford guy. And the way he did it, I would never do it. He kind of like hack vulcanized his tire. I love the guy's channel. I'm not knocking on him in any way, but the way he did his sidewall fix, it wasn't. But you can buy one of the vulcanizers for like a couple $100, sometimes $100.
Really?
And then you can vulcanize your own tires and the sidewall. And he's done a couple of my buddies, and I know it's legit because he does all the 4-wheel drive club tires. And
Yeah.
so he did it. He actually did a video. I was like waiting for this because this is what he's known for around here is fixing guys sidewalls and they're like off-road tire. Who wants to spend $800 on a new tire?
No.
You know.
Well, and so I cheated here. Mine was in the center, and I know I can fix it, but they were a stock set of 28s that mine comes on, and I found a set of 30s on bead locks for $500 brand new, and I said, I'll be there in the morning now that I need tire. I broke them on a late night on the trail and had to nurse it home, and the next morning I was at this dude's house at a trailer park somewhere like, let me buy these tires. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll be honest with
you.
you.
Guy living in a home that's more or less expensive than
I will touch on that because the thing wasn't even there. He was paying to store the thing at a storage lot.
Wow.
So you've got a $30,000 rig with another $20,000 worth of accessories probably dumped. I mean, these things were brand new tires that he never used. He never drove it on these tires. He pulled those tires off and put $1,000 fucking whatever tires on this thing and then sold me those for $500. I can't buy one of those rubbers for that kind of price.
Right.
But
he hitchhikes to the storage yard to get the side-by-side out.
I don't know what he does, but it was, they were taking up space in his shed and no one wanted them. And I was like, I'll take them for $500 once I needed one. So I can still fix, and I plan on fixing that tire because it's in the center. It just needs a good patch on the inside and it'll make it until the next time it breaks. And I carry a spare now, and it's you go spinny tires in the dirt, and sooner or later you're putting holes in things. It's just what happens.
Spinny tires, sharp rocks,
sticks, antlers. Who knows?
I encourage you to watch Misfit Toys video that he just did on that vulcanizing. I think if you have a 6 tires a year that you puncture sidewalls in, or a potential to do that, this is definitely something that I would be doing.
Well, and the bead locks have helped a ton because now I can run like 9-10 PSI and not have to worry about debeading, and that soaks up a lot of those sharps that can be issues.
Mm-hmm.
I will say these tires have gotten worn down more than the last set did before they popped.
Well, that's good.
But they're also I'm running the wrong tires. I've got the Bighorns, which are kind of a knobby, spread out lug pattern to not get galled up in mud. And I don't do a lot of mudding. I do a lot of spinning gravel tires. So I need like a good like BF Goodrich or something like that with a closer
hard surface.
Yeah, truck pattern type lug setup.
I understand. Different terrain.
But at this point, if I can keep buying stock tires for cheap, I'll keep putting stock tires on it and destroying them. You know what I mean?
Jeez, box. So do they take actual like normal tires?
That was my question.
Say what now?
Do they take normal truck tires or quad style tires?
So you can put whatever on there as long as you get so it's a 14 by what is that? A 14 by 7, I believe, in the front, and a 14 by 11 in the back. And so what I'm going to end up doing.
Big tire on that.
Oh no, that's the rims. Or no, that is the tire. So it's a 14 by 9 tire with a 14 by 7 rim. Sorry. And it's a 14 by 11 tire with a 14 by.
Don't they make them in 15s though?
Yes.
You go 15s and save some money.
So there is a bunch of aftermarkets for 15s, but then you got to step up.
So you're telling me if I take my old Chevy Corsica I got sitting around that has 14s on it, I can buy some meats for that now?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes, there is a whole set of light duty off road. Because they're only the weight is going to be your problem that you're going to run into. Because like my rig is 1,600 pounds, 4-seater.
I can cut the roof off of Corsica; it'll be fine.
Listen, I'm down to get down with the get down. But yeah, there's a whole lot of things out there for 14s now because of this market.
Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild.
You know what I was just thinking? You should fly in. We should scumbag a Jeep Liberty back together. Drive.
Oh no!
Why?
And then drive it off of a mountain for all I care.
Okay.
Okay. That 1320 video of them guys doing that in Alaska was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro.
Awesome. Love that.
Yeah. I like this.
I'm liking this idea. Yep.
Because I got a free Jeep Liberty.
I have a set of
3.7?
sand tires, Fox, for that type of thing.
Yeah.
I think you should just pull the motor and put like a Honda motor in it or something, like a Predator motor. That'd be a lot easier and a lot less waste of time than scumbagging a Jeep Liberty motor back together.
The motor's probably good. It's the transmission that's toast.
The
No,
whole
they blow
Jeep is
up.
100% sound. Outside of the fact that the tire rubs the driver's side ball joint because it kind of got a little.
The motor
Oh,
in those things.
it's that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
So here's what we do: is we fix it up, we do the Gambler 500, then we drive it off a cliff.
It would never make a Gambler 500.
Bro, we probably would.
Jeep Liberty motors are terrible.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's face it. We take the Liberty until it dies, and then we're in the Can-Am the rest of the time.
This is a 2002 Jeep Liberty, whatever its first generation.
Yeah, but those things grenade like nobody's business. They're just terrible. I don't know
what.
I
got
don't
102,000 miles on it.
Oh yeah, it's for sure going to blow up in any minute.
Well, I mean, let's face it. It's not. It's a one-way trip to Oregon for that thing. Because dudes and I have talked about doing a couple of different projects like that, but the problem always lies getting it here, us scumbagging it, and then what do you do with it?
Because it ain't going back.
No.
Are you telling me that you can't find something out there for dirt cheap to like?
Oh no, we totally could. It's more of the.
It's the journey.
It's the journey. Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Oh no, it would be far more economically responsible to find and do it here, but it wouldn't be half the fun, you know.
We can always see how deep that pond is.
I can tell you.
Do a snorkel on it all the way up to the deal, and then try to get it to go.
I can tell you we will definitely get in trouble if we drive into that pond and film it.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
What does yours have? Does your Jeep Liberty have the 2.4?
No, it's whatever the big V6 was.
It's got the 3.7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the early 3.7 though, which I was told was better than the later one.
Yeah. The 3.7 is better than the 2.4. The 2.4 is pretty terrible. I don't know. They're both not good.
Not that terrible. It's okay.
I have
constant
never met
transmission that's junk.
I haven't met a Jeep that I like outside of a Wrangler ever. They've all
I
disappointed
was told
me in one way or another.
If it didn't have to be towed home and I could get it there without costing them any money, I could have it. So I said, that tire's only rubbing a little. As long as we slow down every once in a while, let it cool, it'll be fine.
Air it down.
That was not true, it turns out, because it may have been true, but he didn't do that. I can tell you that much.
Well, I mean, I made it within 2 miles of home when it went kapoof. And then it just got sent the rest of the way on the wheel. It's fine.
Yeah.
It drove home.
Yeah. Most of it made it there.
It'll buff out.
Oh, it won't. It ripped the wheel flare off. It
escalated quite a lot towards
once it started doing this whipping thing, I was like, send it. I really sped up after that. It was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's go time.
So when I popped that tire out in the middle of the woods, I had to nurse that thing dead on the rim. And this is before the bead locks, about a mile down the road before I got service to call for help and be like, bring me a spare. I didn't have a spare tire, so I had a little Milwaukee air compressor. And then I spent 2 hours going the next, 3-4 miles down the road, airing up that gaping hole every, whatever.
So.
Oh, you just did it again. He missed it.
Oh, look at that.
I told you. I already congratulated you. You're like, I'm not there yet.
He's been trying to get the 000 or 00 number since 70, right? 70 was the last time I heard you talk about it.
I didn't even know they even actually did that.
Well, if you catch it the right time, you can.
Mine always rolls over, and I swear to God, I've never had one come to an even number. No. Oh, maybe I did catch a 10,000 one, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
But you're now headed for the big milestone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a play button. The big
100K, boy.
Yeah.
100K. He's in that elite club. He gets the card to the what's that? The card to the employee room. That was that employee break room card.
No, he gets invited to the company Christmas party.
There you go.
I've already been invited to those things, and I'm not going.
I'm not kidding. He literally got invited to the company Christmas party, the YouTube Christmas party.
I would go in a minute. Just stand there and say nothing and just soak up what they're saying and go, am I doing the right thing with my life?
I guarantee none of them know.
YouTube Christmas party. What was that?
Oh, tell them, dudes.
Yeah, so they have you can volunteer and go to these YouTube events, and then you can go to a Christmas party thing that they put on, and then they show off these videos of what they've done over the year and the biggest hitting things, and they talk about, and you can, they send you this invitation. You can agree to go. You got RSVP, and you have to pay everything to get there. It's not like they're paying for anything.
Right.
No.
It's just
and it's like there's 3 locations they do it for all the different creators. So you got to go to one of the locations, and it's California, New York, whatever.
Every place you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicago, California, New York. Yeah. I'll pass.
Thanks.
That's
and meet a bunch
of
other people that are like in this for completely different reasons. So
yeah, because the big ones aren't going to this deal.
It's the middle class. Like, we're trying to make it. And
everyone thinks they're going there to rub elbows with somebody big, and those people aren't going.
I've never seen anybody ever talk about this on YouTube. So
I've never heard of it.
Well, that might be you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club. So I probably just got him in trouble, but no one watches this, so it's okay.
I doubt it.
YouTube, you don't talk about.
I know plenty of people with plenty of subs, and I've never heard any of them ever talk about that. So I don't think it's
because they're in a place that doesn't involve the mediocreness of what that event probably is.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. Is that thing a shorts thing? Because
it might be. It's all
they're doing
shorts.
all kinds of shorts things right now on the channel, on the platform.
I'm surprised you got a liaison for. I thought they only gave them to you at 100K.
That's what I said too. Yeah.
And when I got the first email, I thought it was spam. I thought it was like somebody trying to steal my information. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you anything. Like, I don't know who you are.
And then what happened?
And then they contacted me again.
And then what happened?
And then I was like, maybe I should look into it. And
but no, what happened at the same time with your channel as you were ignoring?
Oh, well, yeah, the channel went until I agreed to do it, and then the channel went woo.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously.
It was
like,
weird
and
coincidence.
you know how it probably is a weird coincidence, but is
Red
it?
light, green light, red light, green light.
Well, and so that's the thing. Even one of the things he's asked and people talked about in his little seminar with shorts, it's like how do they say, how is it some videos just hit and go and ride this wave? And she's like, oh yeah, that's what we call it.
That's what we call it. It's a wave.
Well, I saw a channel go this week, and once again, I'm not a fan of the shorts because they haven't proven to me to be of any. No. But I saw a channel today or this week go from 11,000 to 40,000 in like less than a week.
Yep. Well, I watched a guy that I was sitting there following because we were doing very similar car content, and he was originally doing an investment thing, and he's doing all these videos on you make big money being an investment YouTube channel, and do finance, and he's a finance guy. So then he started doing these audio videos that are just automotive audio. He talks over it, talks about a car, blah, blah, blah. Very similar to what I'm doing. So I was watching him, and I'm sorry, people don't like him, obviously. Something about him. But he has 72 million overall views for his channel now, and he has 90,000 subscribers. And I'm looking at that metric going, people don't subscribe to you, but they watch the crap out of your videos. And then I'm sitting there and I watched him grow. And yeah, he went from 20,000, lots of views. And then he jumped up to 40. And then 40 to 90 was like, boom, he's at 93,000 subscribers. And I'm watching his views and I'm like, these metrics don't make any sense. And then you look at everybody's metrics, none of it is consistent.
No.
Well, and this is the part that I had a video hit for 350,000 views in an hour.
1 hour.
It made no sense. It is what it is. I watched the analytics, have screenshots, and watched the whole thing. YouTube pulled back 26,000 views, 1,500 likes, and what was it, 90 subscribers out of the 304, 50 that I got out of it.
Well, it was happening. They never reflected the view total to the public the whole time.
Because we were watching it, like, well, this happens, and I go, "What the fuck?" So I, of course, sent it to him because, like, a thing is happening right now.
They must have hacked you into the Philippines.
It was India.
India.
It was India, actually. Well, it wasn't just India, but India was my biggest hit, and for actually this month right now, I have more views out of India than I do out of America.
Yeah, I've seen those been changing. I don't know what that really actually means, though.
I keep wondering why I have any views in India.
I've had mine's Ethiopia right now, which is weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, people are watching. They're probably watching me going, look at that fat bastard. He's literally we're hungry.
Gets more food than all of us.
Well, dudes and I were chalking it up to the tractors and stuff, like that being a thing.
That could be too.
Because I consistently pull some overseas. It's been a good little niche market for for the channel and whatnot. And it's a ton of content.
Diesel stuff is raging. Like, I don't know, like you should do diesel, anything diesel, and you'll get. I mean, think about that Mechanic Steve guy. Half the shit he did was just reckless and not even close to being something that. Which I'll be honest with you, I get my mixed emotions on this car repair video stuff and all this.
Yeah.
I've been watching more. Pole Barn Garage has got me convinced that you can build anything out of bubble gum and duct tape.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and you know what? I understand it.
I didn't know that was the translation. I'm not. I need to brush up on my Hindi, man. It's way out.
Fox, you bring that wit to the next trivia, and you might.
Oh my god, dude! I love that guy right there. He is awesome. That was an absolutely amazing comment. Yeah. Anyways, the car repair stuff and old car stuff. I have such mixed emotions. I'm so tired of all the people that are complaining about things and that. Like, why can't we just do whatever we want and just, screw it? And I dance around, like I love pole. And I know it gets to pole barn too. And people say, dude, you're an idiot. Why are you doing it? Keep your opinions to yourself when it comes to that stuff. I like watching guys do good cars, bad cars, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. As long as they get it on the road.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, who gives a shit? I mean, like that road runner he's doing, the road runner he's doing right now. What a freaking cool project! Like he's brought a car and it's looking good in my opinion. I mean, it's looking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now he did.
Napop tires are the best.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the transmission
on the tires? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the transmission that he put in? They pulled the dipstick on it and actually had mud on the dipstick. And he's thinking he's going to get this. I'm absolutely can't wait to see if he gets this car to move with this transmission. I'm convinced that you literally can build anything and make it go now. Because there's no way. He's like, oh, this transmission's been underwater, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude. But people are just so uptight about shit.
Even the goat, the holy goat, the engine's not perfect in it. He's sitting there talking about the blow by and everything it has, and he doesn't give a crap. He still drives it. That's the best part. And if you ever see that car in person, it's worse.
Oh yeah,
it's way worse. Video, man.
You got to see it down at the No Name Nationals.
Yeah, it's
like, kind of regret missing that.
You could back me up on that thing is.
I back you up 100%, man. I was talking to Dalton, dude.
In person.
Yeah,
I didn't think it could be any worse than it was on camera, and it is.
It's
I don't know how that's legal, and I don't know how he doesn't wear headphones driving down the road. It has to whistle so loud from all them damn holes in it. Yeah. He's a beast.
He took it on that road trip. That was such a great video with his son.
Do you know how
like that video should have 1 million views because it just shows. Like you can have fun. Like if you don't have to make. That's what the thing is you don't have to put a bunch of money in shit. I'm conflicted on how I'm doing my truck just after watching shit now because I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do this and that. Maybe like if you want to LS swap it. I don't give a shit. I hate that stupid thing. Like you shouldn't get made fun of for anything or picked on for anything. Do what you want to do.
You take your truck, you get it on the road. And then you can fine tune it from there. Enjoy the damn thing because you don't know how long you're going to be around. That's
I
what
will.
boils down to.
I will say, if it's a Ford, we're gonna make fun of you, but it's not that we hate you.
I don't care. I honestly, at this point, I really don't care about anything
I
anymore.
want to see you get that truck on the road, bud.
I wanted to take it to No Name Nationals. Well, the motor's junk in it.
Do it.
That's one
Do
thing
it.
I'm having conflicting in it. But so I'm like, well, should I just slap a 350 in it and put it in there? And I'm like, my problem is I don't want to do something twice. Dudes can definitely relate to me on this. This is my own personal struggle.
Yep.
Yeah, I could get it on the road, but I have to do all new brakes, and it was supposedly supposed to have all new. The brakes were supposed to be good, so I started messing with it. The motor's junk, the brakes are bad. Basically, now I'm like, well, I could go out and buy another truck now for $3,500 running and driving. And I can do the body work and whatnot. Will it be what I want? No. I mean, there's 7 ways to skin a cat here. You know what I mean?
Why do you think I own 3 Galaxies now?
I was just going to bring this up.
Right.
You should really buy 3 more of them.
3 more of them. Make sure you got all the parts you need before you even start the job.
Oh, he's never gonna start the job.
Yeah, that's just. I'm just my own conflicting personal dilemmas is what I'm in.
Well, at the end of the day, it's your car, and it doesn't matter whatever car we're talking about, whoever's car.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's your car, and it's what you want to be happy with. And if you're not happy with it, don't fucking do it.
But that's a great point, though. Whoever's car is whatever they're building, fuck off anybody else that wants to talk about it.
Exactly.
There you
and
go.
the problem is too many people want everybody else to love their car the way they love their car. And I get that. Everyone wants that. And that's a great fuzzy feeling. But at the end of the day, it should only matter how that car makes you feel.
There you go. And that's what I need to. That's exactly what I'm trying to do is build it how I want to. I don't give a shit what anybody. And that's why I haven't showed nothing, because I'm like, I'm not going to face the music on listening to people bitch and complain. I already heard it. Within the first video, I already got a taste of it. 20% of the people in the comments are like, "Oh, dude, put a 327 in it. Don't LS swap it. Blah blah blah, whatever." Well, you know what?
What do you want with it, man?
That truck's worse because there's too many people that want and love that exact truck, and they're going to have all their own opinions.
Well, that's the thing is, though, everybody wants to live vicariously. I realize that's what the problem is with all these videos. Everybody wants to live vicariously through it, and then you got these channels that they go to that. You know, they're doing what people want them to do, and that's great. You get a bunch of subscribers, but is that really making you happy?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, you have a truck that everyone on the internet liked, but if you hate it, that's why they end up sitting and.
But that's what I loved about the No Name Nationals. People just got their crap together, got it there, and enjoyed it.
Exactly, and that's.
That was the best part of that whole event. Is like a perfect example is, oh crap! Sorry, the Grand Prix. Who had the Grand Prix? Why am I forgetting him right
now? Garage, dude.
Buff's Garage.
Yes. So
that was a fight, like between him and man and machine. Period.
He got that thing there. It still wasn't running, driving, and he just thrashed on it the whole time. And at the end of it, he never did get to take it down the track, but he did get it running, and he did a victory lap, and we all cheered.
There you go.
And I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah. That is
cool. But yeah, good on.
Well, everyone jumped in if he needed something. He needed a piece of wire. He needed this or that. Everyone. I mean, they wouldn't bump him out of the way. And here, let me.
That's the difference. So guys that build cars understand it. It's the people that have never built a car, won't build a car. They're the ones with the opinion.
Well, and it's not just cars. It's all the road engineers and heavy equipment and chainsaw engineers. Oh, I'm still
this mountain. Other people's videos.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like even dudes. Even Dudes has gotten into it with a couple of guys on my channel that come over, and like the one was clickbait. The guy wanted to give me a hard time because I said wait till the end on a video of a tree falling over.
Hey, I talked him into it.
He did. Dude straight talked this dude off the ledge, got himself a subscriber out of it. I'm pretty sure I got a subscriber out of this somehow. All because Dudes was bored one day and wanted to fuck with some rando on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not bored with those guys anymore. I promise you that.
Well, and so that's the thing. I when I see shit like that, I'm just like, I give them the shruggy emoji and I move on.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't even know Dudes was doing this until something popped up and I looked in there and I was like, oh, Dudes is in here straight. And I go down, there's like 4 or 5 fucking back and forths between these two. And at the end, Dude's like, oh yeah, I get it. You know, it's just, I don't know, some YouTube channels, blah, blah, blah. You guys are pretty all right. I'm like,
Of course you are. You got to know somebody.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? You know what I mean? So, and I've actually seen that quite a bit with people. A lot of people come in, especially in some of the comments of, like when my brother, like the chainsaw's dull, and I'm like, yeah, I told him that, and they're like, oh, that's not you. I'm like, yeah, no, that's that idiot. I'm with you. I agree. And they're like, oh,
I like this new thing I came up with, comment generators. That's what I'm doing on a video sometimes, is making comment generators. That's what when you make a video about a car, you're just making a comment generator. And when people you don't care when they literally say what you expect them to say, you just ignore them and move on. And that's what that's my thing. I'll give a like and a heart and just move right on. You know.
Yeah.
The professional term YouTube gives is "do not engage."
Yeah, I know. Oh, I've been told that since day one. Guess that didn't work out for me very well.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I don't listen to anybody.
Dudes is getting fucking comments on the. How many are you getting in a day right now that it's kicking off again?
Oh, we're at 1,000.
1,000 comments in a day.
You can't read all those.
No. And occasionally I finger through and I go, yep, okay, here's one. And then I usually land on one that's like, I'll meet you anywhere, anytime. I'm going to end you for saying this. I'm just like, whoa.
Don't worry.
My canned response is God bless. Because you're a dick if you respond. You're a dick if you respond.
No, you got to give them the Jim Bobs.
I don't. That's my favorite one. Remember, Jesus loves you. I don't.
No, he's got an even better thing he does.
You know, I just need a dude for that.
I write fake gospel. It is special, characterized to them. Like I research them a little bit and I give them a little fake gospel. There's a specific thing you have to do as a person to fit the criteria for me to do this, and I do a little backdooring and I figure them out, and then I curtail it to them. I have not one time I had a guy respond to it and actually kind of go back and forth after I sent it to him, but he deleted the comment at the end of it still. But everybody else, once I send it to them, they delete their comment and they move on because they look like a fool once I do it. And it's just like,
tell me the gospel you say to them. Do you throw down like a Bible verse or something?
Oh, he's got it. He screenshots them and sends them to me.
You're a sick man.
So this one's
a sick man.
This one's a little one. So this guy comes in, he goes, tell me you're a boomer without telling me you're a boomer.
Oh God.
So my response to him is, after doing a little backgroundy, I said, wisdom will be realized with age. To fight wisdom is to age badly. Jim Bob 251. Thank you for commenting and bless you.
Deleted. So that's a beautiful one. But you know what my response is? I'm glad to see that you're not letting your education getting in the way of your ignorance.
See, I don't attack them. I just give them a nice little like, hey.
Well, and the best part is, the majority of them don't know what to do and just delete the comment.
Yep. Like this
It's so perfect.
The whole series would be much cooler without the lame-ass dudes with wrenches intro. You should really drop that. One will only know darkness when hate, believe in the call of the Lightbringer, and rejoice. Jim Bob 152. Thanks for commenting.
Will you do a video about reading your comments?
I've told him this.
Yes. You have no balls if you do not do a video about reading your comments, because this would absolutely be 100% fire. If you would do that.
Well, and that's the worst part.
It would cause so many more comments.
Well, so this is brilliant. That's what you don't want. The nice thing about this is because they keep getting deleted, it's like this folklore. Does dudes actually do this? Have you seen this? It's a thing. I'm telling you, just slow burn this motherfucker.
I can help you drive them all to the nearest junkyard. You really need to stop collecting garbage.
What kind of person says this shit in the first place?
To be helpful is to be virtuous. To be envious is to be blind to happiness. Jim Bob, 250.
Oh my God. You are just killing me.
Bro.
That's awesome. You know those ones where they get that famous people.
Oh my God! I didn't know I could actually
Mean
love you more.
tweets.
You got to do something like that with those comments.
I didn't actually know that I could look up to you anymore, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where you have the tact for it, but I don't. I'm just a sarcastic
Well, the
prick.
trick is there's a finite there's a criteria to get that response, and it's a very small group of people.
Yeah, well,
yeah. And I can't tell you because then people would get in there and try to play with
yeah.
the numbers. This is really a terrible way of explaining anything. You should probably go back to kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
how
that
one
one
man
yet.
explains may not be how another man listens. Stay true in your beliefs, but also stay open to information. Jim Bob, 125.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You've been holding out.
You are not right if you do not do a full video about doing this. I'm telling you right now.
Man. You're right.
You are literally giving up like free money.
Dude, you could have an entire channel that's shorts of people just all you're doing is responding to their comment.
Dude, I'm not even joking here.
Well, so we've talked about this. The problem is with it is you're driving people to do the comments that make you do the thing, and you've created that. We've talked about this.
We've created candy for bad behavior.
Well, the problem we talked about that too, CP. The problem is he already doesn't have enough time to do the things he's got going on the one channel. You know what I mean? So we've talked about this, and I said the same exact thing, and then he of course says that, and I go, well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I want more.
Well, this is what you get.
I feel like I'm at the buffet.
Yep.
And there was one chicken leg left, and now that's all I got. No macaroni.
No, it's not. It's like this. They ruined it for everyone. Those people, they've ruined it for us all.
Well, dude, they ruined it for everyone. This is the problem though with YouTube. The 10%ers, like I said all the time, 10%. They ruin it for everybody else because that's exactly what. But this is the problem though too. Like I was just saying, once again with the car culture thing, like listen, they're the 10%ers that say that we got to turn this narrative around on these people and stop worrying about them and instead spend the 90% on the people, the 90% that are wanting to see it. You know.
So these are the vocal terrorists. I'm not even going to humorize.
The vocal terrorists. That is such a great term.
This guy, he's been coming into every one of my videos every day now. I'm posting the same stuff about a video that he didn't like. So he's coming into this one, brand new. You need to retract the lies you've been spreading about the gas tanks on square bodies. This test was fixed, and you know it. And if you want to meet and talk to me about it, the option is yours.
So now, are your guys not handling this? I feel like that's the type of shit your guys normally handle.
I usually have people that retract this, but I've actually been just deleting this guy's comments.
Who retracts this stuff?
Oh, not there. He will get fans who then attack the guy who said the bad thing, and then the guy will be like, "Ooh, you can't fuck with these crazies." And
I don't do that. Yeah.
No, he's not doing it. His people
I'm not
are
doing
doing
anything. I look at the message and I go, "Oh, that's a shitty message." Now I'm gonna ignore that guy, and then I check back later and I'm like, "Oh, the other people that like me didn't ignore that guy."
Oh,
and then they just kind of go back and forth, and it turns into this like 75 reply back and forth string of who's gonna kill who.
And then somebody will delete it all, and it all just disappear, and it kind of just buffs itself out. Yeah, he's got people for that.
I don't have any of that. I stopped letting people do that.
That's the trick. He can't stop it at this point. He doesn't know these fucking people who are defending him. Yeah. It's grown a mind of its own in some aspects.
I like to put my own ass whoopings down on people, and that's kind of where I was like, listen, fellas, don't get involved in this.
Not everybody can be worth your time, CP.
No, I know that's my problem. Is I should have never gave him my time in the first place. That's the bottom line. Is don't ever waste your time on them. Anyways, the 10%ers aren't worth it. That's at the end of the day. These guys, these people are the same people who are mad and miserable. Now I feel sorry for them. I'll be honest with you. It's not all negative for me. When I see these people make comments, I have to wonder what's going on in their life. That's the first thing, because I've been there.
Well, and a lot of people the anonymity of behind the keyboard and say whatever the fuck you want. It does a lot to it as well.
So You remember the screenshots I sent you wasted on the guy that I gave him some views and he got all mad about that?
Yeah, that guy.
He deleted the video.
Oh wow.
Even better. So this dude said some shit to dudes, and dudes decided that he would just go over there and bring all of his people to watch his video.
Yeah.
And made sure to comment about how he was bringing everyone to watch his video. And then dude commented in his own video or your video, some of the video
His
was
own
like,
video.
I don't care if none of your people, in fact, I don't want anyone to, I'm turning off monetization on this video. Fuck you. Like, dude was, and so apparently dude has now deleted the fucking channel. You know what? I stand by that dude's convictions to take it down in spite of you.
Yeah. Well, he did say some dumb things, so.
Well, listen, I think that...
all because I wronged his beloved square buddies.
Well, yeah, and then you guys went back and forth.
A communist propaganda engine.
He did say that.
Really?
He did say that. And then this dude had a video about freaking canteens on his thing.
Canteens have never been reused, and once you use one, they issue them to you.
Yeah, that canteen is yours, and no one else uses that canteen ever.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
Because he was told that other soldiers pee in canteens and then try to get other soldiers to drink it, and that's just not true. Because every canteen is issued to the soldier that drank out of it, and they never reuse canteens.
Oh boy!
And he even says that my uncle told me because he's never been in the military. And I'm like, dude, canteens get reused 100% of the time.
All of the time.
Like, you don't get to take it home. They charge you for it if you do. It's kind of one of those things.
Crazy.
Everyone just tripping for... What's up there, Bubba?
What's up,
How's it
Bubba?
going?
How you doing, Bubba?
Well, it's been a while since seen Bubba.
Yeah, dipstick filled canteen. There you go.
Yep. Yep.
How many of those I soaked in bleach, where you just you could taste the bleach forever?
Yeah. Well, it's like when we went through boot camp, we got
I didn't
our
know that until
canteens.
now. So thanks for that tip. Just FYI, I'll never buy a used canteen from.
I
never
wouldn't.
even thought about that.
Nope.
Just imagine. I mean, we used to put all kinds of shit in those things.
Yeah. I remember throwing away camelbacks because of the stuff that would rot in the tubes because you're only supposed to put water in them, and you know, like a nice rum cocktail.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
I remember strawberries being placed in one with rum, and it didn't turn out great.
Yeah, I made that mistake with my first Camelback and realized that they're only for water and never to put anything but. If you didn't want to ever use it again, don't ever stick. Holy bazoombas. We got a difference there now. I just.
Oh yeah, that. He's been rolling through for my birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's the birthday cycle.
Leave it to Destroyer to always just be the voice of reason for just. Good things.
It's just keeping us together.
Yeah. No.
All right, boys. Well, it's been 2.5 hours. I know. I lure dudes into these things with telling them it's only going to be an hour, and then we
I did work for like longer. The first 40 minutes of it.
Well, there was that. Everyone left because they didn't think you were coming.
Was that what was going on?
Yeah, that's how I'm saying it.
I didn't read your title. I didn't read the title of your live when I jumped on, so that's why I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know it was your birthday." What a nice guy I am.
No, you're good. I didn't like super promote it, but I was thinking, I want to do. Especially now that I got the Skylink or Skynet or whatever the hell I'm calling it this week. Star Fox.
Oh, you got the Starlink. It's looking sharp. I need to order one of those.
If you can get it in your area, it's So let's see. Let's see what.
I want the mobile one. I want the mobile version so I can put it on.
Well, they're all mobile to an extent, but the mobile one is they charge you differently.
Yeah. Well, I want it just so I can travel with it. Is what I'm getting at, I guess.
But it doesn't. How can you travel with something that's not available in all areas?
The travel one, the one that is for traveling, is
that's why you pay extra for it. Obviously.
But it's also not. It's also not as something. It's not something. It's not as much latency or something. It's not as good as the standard. You don't
get the data prioritization is the worst out of all of the things they offer.
Wow, somebody bought a word calendar.
I did. Okay, so I just ran a speed test while we're doing everything right now, and I'm getting 8 down and 3 up.
Wow.
Which is not the best.
No, that's not good.
What? That's bad. Like
that's terrible. That's like
hold on.
That's like worse than the internet that I've ever had here ever.
Well, I just ran I just typed in speed test and ran the first thing that fucking popped up.
I'm getting like 300 down and 70, 80 up.
Well, I'm doing better than you wasted. I'm getting.
Oh yeah, it's
10
not
down.
Good right here, right now. Well,
I
it's
get pissed now.
Let's see what my up is.
What's your upload speed like? When you upload a video, this will tell you everything. How fast can you upload a video wasted? Like 10 minutes? 10?
I haven't uploaded yet since I've got it.
Oh, okay.
1.3 up. That's why it takes me forever to.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
upload a video.
Yeah,
That's not even.
That's not good at all. That's like mobile data upload speed.
Yeah, but
I
that's
got
the best
27 up.
10-minute video takes you like 20 minutes to upload.
No, a 20-minute video takes me about 8 hours to upload.
What? 8 hours?
No, thank
Holy
you.
shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah,
27
so
up,
I'm
220 down.
I'm getting
There's a
crap right
reason
now.
I
I'm
don't do
7
4K on my channel.
up and 4 down. Or no,
What do you
7
got,
down,
Destroyer?
4 up.
That's not even good at all.
But I'm also eating a bunch of. I know they are streaming in the other room right now. I'm doing this right here right now. So it's the peak hours. I'm in the evening time when everyone else is too. So I'm not disappointed by this because if I was to run this on my phone gets 3. That's what I've been living with. It's why I about not making it to people's things for the last couple 6 months, but I get 3 meg down.
Talking about it.
Ready to
Old
say that
Elon
you're
is-
crashing.
Chris saying bad stuff about Star Fox. Elon's
Star
gonna start-
Fox, they heard me, and now they're like, and he's done.
I just I've seen different results from other people. I've seen guys that had 20, 30 up and like 120 down. And
so the best I've seen it off hours or like in the middle of the day when no one's really around, I've gotten almost 300 download and
oh wow.
And like I think I want to say I saw 30 or 40 up.
Really?
Now,
Wow.
how true that really is and how long that lasted for, or was it just the minute I did the test on because the little Starlink deal has its own app
Speed test,
and everything that does its own speed test, and you can actually speed test from the router, and I've got all this.
It's definitely
make a
something
difference on that.
Yes, clouds make a difference. I have some issues with some trees in the outer perimeter that it doesn't like, so that doesn't help. So like right now I had a couple of outages. No signal received for 3 seconds, and then I had a 9-second obstruction at 4:55, because it logs and tracks everything. I can actually even get a picture.
Dudes, let me ask you something. Have you heard sorry, go ahead, Wasted.
Oh, you're good. I was just showing you. This is the satellite image from the satellite on top of my house.
Oh wow.
Looking at the sky, and you can see where the little the trees are and shit that are in the way. It's weird.
That's cool. Dudes, have you heard the deal about Iowa being like one of the top internet places?
Yeah, because they actually researched it, built it. We have one of the best broadband rural networks there is in any state. They've done a lot of research and work to make sure Iowa has a ton of internet accessibility.
Okay, so that's the one problem about Starlink is what I was looking at is that I will never be able to beat because our internet's so good here in Iowa, especially like growing in rural areas.
Yeah.
But the traveling, that's a problem. I'm spoiled. And that's why I just wanted to get the network, the Starlink for travel, because I've heard.
And the nice thing about that one is you can turn it off and not pay for it when you're not traveling. Whereas I can't do that with this one. This one I can move it depending in some places, but I have to keep it paid the whole time.
Well, I don't know if you guys ever watched Mav. He's a younger kid that does a lot of truck camping and stuff. He's from Duluth, Minnesota. And he's a great guy. I love his channel. He's very nonchalant and has a lot of fun. But he travels all over. And he just went to Alaska, and the dude's uploading videos in like nowhere Alaska.
Well,
And
did
I
you
was
see
kinda like told
Heavy
him.
D did a recovery on the side of a mountain, and he actually showed off. They've got a Pelican case with the Starlink that it actually, the satellite clicks onto the Pelican case, and it has
Yep.
a little generator, and it's standalone Wi-Fi for the top of a mountain.
Yep.
Cool.
It was
That's-
badass.
Well, gents,
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right,
See you,
Mamas, we're actually
Mongo.
we're gonna wrap it up. We need to get off here. I really appreciate everyone coming by for the birthday. Dudes and I are gonna start doing these more often once we figure out
Yes.
what we're doing and when we're going to do them at some point.
We are.
Nice.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, brother.
Appreciate it, Eric. Thank you for coming.
Have a happy
Mongrels,
birthday,
thank you for
man.
coming. 815 was here earlier. We had Cletus here. CP, always great. Thanks, everyone.
Brailsford was here. He was
Brailsford was
best.
here. Here and gone. There he was.
3 seconds,
In and out.
In and out. And if anyone's still in here and wants to go see something, I know the Sublime and them are doing stuff, so go over and check them out.
Yeah,
And thanks,
for joining
everybody.
us, everyone.
We